Hello and welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 138, I think. This week we got
138.
We got the ever so beautiful VelociPastor, the Night Manager, some Doom Eternal. Randall saw a bunch of movies and Invincible as well, so I mean that'd be a good discussion with him and Kelsey. And Brian got the Queen's Gambit, which I was curious about. And we got Gassed Up Shorty sequel. Let's get it. The intro song.
Oh.
Like just straight up try to make it with my mouth like a beatboxer and just dub it over.
You're back.
Shoot.
His hair looks fake.
Didn't you see him when he first joined the Discord before he combed his hair?
No.
He looked like a crazy person. Like it was everywhere. His eyes were like wide open, trying to quickly do shit and leave. I thought he was caught by the police. I thought he was gonna try to
the regular confused face.
No, this was like another level. Another level of craziness. Anyway. So, we're here. 138 episodes in. Randall, I heard you pick up the sticks again. I did put it up, okay. I was just making sure I put up the, make sure they can hear you. Like that. Just like fucking that. So you started picking up the sticks again. You're playing Tekken. I saw it. I was playing Borderlands and I saw you on Tekken.
Oh, on Steam?
Yeah. So what you like 20-0 against the world?
I did pretty good. To not have played
for months. Yeah. You still you still the same main?
Huh?
You haven't tried any of the new DLC characters?
Nah. I still stay with Kaz.
You're tried and true?
Yeah.
Eamon said stream it next time in all caps. He wanted to see you body kids.
Ooh.
What's that? Ooh.
Ooh.
Anyway. How's the performance? You running in a 4K still? Damn, your microphone getting limp there. What's going on?
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. So what are your plans? Series?
Huh?
You can do a series? Like, on the way to platinum or something?
What are we talking about?
You ranking up in Tekken. What the hell do you think we're talking about?
The ranking system is
or Tekken Master or something? What is it?
Extensive. It's,
Tekken Master.
I think the highest ranking is like Tekken God or something like that.
Brian said it was Tekken Master. I think you can get to that.
Pretty sure it's Tekken Master. I feel like there's one more adjective somewhere in there, but something along the lines.
It's probably Tekken Tony.
The very last one is God.
How many people are there?
How
many people are there?
I don't fight many Tekken gods, so I don't know.
Because you body Tekken gods?
Usually the guys that's online that are like really good, like JDRC and main
JDCR.
Man. Yeah, JDCR, main man, and
over here, man.
How do we know how good you really are if you don't stream it?
He's got replays.
That's not good enough. Picture didn't happen.
That's what replays are. Replays are their pick.
Yeah, so those guys are like usually see their ranking is like Tekken God.
Did you fight anybody that was close to Tekken God, or maybe the Tekken Master or something?
The highest I fought, I think, these past couple of days was like Vindicator.
That sounds like trouble. That sounds like Taylor Swift levels of trouble.
It's high, but it ain't that high.
Oof. Shout out to those Vindicators. You ain't shit, apparently. So.
Let me see.
I mean, that's usually what happens. You get like, there's clear ranking differences between, tier 1 and tier 2 type thing.
Yeah.
And you fight somebody tier 2 and you're like, oh, this is nothing. And you go up and you fight somebody tier 1 and you're going, I'm nothing.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Well, I guess we're not speaking of it, but I was going through Twitch to see what I can watch while I eat, and your boy Shroud's playing Path of Exile. It's that expansion's hidden, bro. Everyone's getting
Yeah,
on it.
I think the rumor is that GGG paid a bunch of streamers to play this league. So don't know that it's necessarily that. I think Carnage plays it on his own. I don't know that he's a paid streamer, but the it wasn't a rumor. Oh well, yeah. The streamers had priority access to log in. I was just getting ready to say the launch day was apparently it was a huge fuck up. So
Oof.
normally what they do is like the day before is they migrate all of the league characters from the previous league over to standard league, and somebody forgot to do that. And so normally what happens if it starts running into when league launches, they kind of have it as a background process that runs, each character over, and it takes about 3 or 4 seconds. Well, when you have, all of them running at the same time, not as a background process, people start getting into the queue, and it just takes forever to get in. I think Muffins was in a queue with 200,000 people, and it took him over an hour and a half to get in.
Oof.
Because it was moving so slowly. And then they were having a ton of issues with the way that the queue trickled down.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't allowing people to actually go in, first of all, or it would go, okay, you can go in, and you'd go in and you try and create a character, and then it would kick you out and go, you need to be logged in order to do this operation. And so then you had to rejoin the queue. It did later come out that dead queues, you could be shoved into a dead queue, which is usually 100, 200,000 people.
Okay.
And if you were to quit and come back in, it would drop down to maybe 10, 15,000, 30,000 at the most. And it would sort of get you in pretty quick, but it was still moving pretty slow. During that time, they had made it so that streamers, any streamer that was like a big streamer, a big part of PoE, got priority access through the line, so they didn't have to sit in line. They just went in, and then everybody started complaining. And Zizarin, who is a huge advocate, for GGG and things, and has done nothing but play PoE for the last 10 years. Immediately took to Reddit and was like, "No, this is wrong. You need to remove this. This isn't fair for everyone else." Oh yeah, any of the paid streamers too. They apparently paid Double Lift and Shroud and a couple of other people to play, and they got priority access as well.
It's weird. I don't know.
And
I'd have to double check. Shroud doesn't say it was an ad, which he should be doing because he was being paid for it.
I'm pretty sure that they got paid for it. I don't know that for 100%. That's just kind of a rumor that I heard. I haven't verified it.
Got it.
But yeah, any big streamer that was playing PoE at the time got priority access and got in. Most of the streamers, a good portion of the streamers that got the priority access were especially the veterans, were no, this is dumb. Don't do this. This isn't fair to the regular people. And then there were a couple of streamers that were fuck off. We get priority access. Deal with it. And it's way to be a dick. You already set the curve for the friggin' economy, and now you get one another leg up on top of everybody else. Fuck you.
That's a bad move. That's definitely a bad move. I get they wanted to market it through the streamers, but it would have been marketed through streamers regardless if they had priority access anyway.
Right. So they, it was all night long, from 4:00 until I think Muffins and I got off at 1:30 something. We were just anytime we get to a new area, we get disconnected. If you sat still for more than 3 minutes, or actually wasn't even that long. If you sat still for 30 seconds after playing for 10 minutes, it would kick you out.
Oh my god!
And it was just bad. Just a headache all night. And we just were screw this, we're done. And then we woke up in the morning, and they had finally fixed the problem for the most part, and they figured out what had happened. But then they started running into other errors and issues.
I'm sure they were pulling their hair out.
Yeah, there's a Reddit post about what happened. I mean, the thing's it's a 5-page essay. It's ridiculous with how much went wrong. And they try not to make any major changes to the logins and things, because at this point they shouldn't need to. I mean, the game's 10 years old. Like, they should be on point. You log in. Like, they finally added the queue system like 5 years ago, and that was great. That was a huge like thing because they had, so many players, it was crashing the servers. And then after the whole "you guys don't have phones" debacle, they like got like a 50% like a 50 to 75% increase in total player base, because the hardcore Diablo fans were like,
F you, dude.
fuck you guys. Like, what? Why would I keep coming here if you aren't going to listen to me at all? You aren't going to support us, and you're just going to be a dick about everything that you do.
She's like children.
And
that being said, I'm still playing Diablo 4.
And so they had to upgrade the servers because it just couldn't physically handle all of the new people. But so far, every launch for the last like 3 or 4 leagues, I think it's been, has just been absolute trash. Right, from the start,
from the launch, yeah.
There was one league I played where I don't know exactly what happened, but they screwed up something to where you would like get into an area and there's no exit. Like, you can't go forward and you can't go backwards. Like, they just removed the doors. It was hilarious.
So you just had it hard to get out and then try to log in?
So yeah, you would log out or if you happen to have, it was all right at the very beginning, so it's not even like people had portal scrolls or anything. Oof. And so you would like have to get out, like log out, log back in, go back to the area, and hope that it actually had a door. And then eventually, I think it built up to the point where just nobody could progress, and they had to bring the servers down and fix it, and then redeploy it.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Well, did it like everything smooth out by today? Did you guys play today or no?
I played the last couple of days. I mean, I played all weekend and then played a little bit today in downtime, but it wasn't like, didn't have any problems, haven't had any crashes, haven't Bosmer says he's playing right now. It's definitely a lot better. The league itself, the league mechanic itself is great. It's what we wanted Ritual to be, which is the previous league. It's called Ultimatum, and basically you start the fight, you have to complete some objective, whether it's killing a bunch of creatures, standing in a circle to power it up, and then do like 2 or 3 of them, or protecting the tower. And every time you finish a round, you get the choice to kind of double or nothing your rewards. Okay. So they like offer you a new reward, or you can take what you got and leave. And so if you choose the new reward, you have to choose some sort of, we'll call it a debuff, where it can be anything, like skulls flying around trying to kill you, the creatures get buffed, you take damage, the circles, the area that you can stay in is smaller, all sorts of stuff. The thing is that if you die, that's it. You lose everything. It's a double or nothing situation.
So it's a gambling is what you're doing. Okay. That's some high stakes.
And some of the mechanics that you can choose from are actually pretty easy. So that you tend to do those. I don't know if it changes the rewards you get if you choose the different debuffs for the next round. I haven't really tested that. I haven't seen anything about that, but so far it's just been a hell of a lot of fun.
Nice, that's good.
I mean, aside from the day one.
I mean, that's as much as we like to kick and complain, servers are always, for some reason, always just shut the bed first day. Why? I don't know.
I mean, we have that problem at work where we test the shit out of stuff, but we don't have the ability to hammer away at it with the different loads. Yeah. And you're not going to have any higher load than literally the first day that it comes out.
Yeah.
And then that's when all the little things creep up and you go, why is the server running so slow? Why is it that people can't get into the game?
All those added milliseconds of whatever your data you're fetching, they add up now. It's great. All right. Well, that's good then. Besides the rocky launch, that's not that bad. Those server things will smooth out. That's a pretty good launch then. Cool. Yeah, I just started seeing more and more people on Twitch playing. I'm like, oh shit, this expansion must be popping off now.
They completely, the other reason that a lot of people are coming back is because they completely reworked a lot of the older mechanics that have gone mainstream.
Mhm.
So they butchered Harvest, and most people are pissed about it. Like, you can still craft stuff with the Harvest crafts, but it's not. You can't. They didn't want to, because the game is supposed to be about random chance. They didn't want anything to be guaranteed,
Okay.
And with harvest crafting, you could basically guarantee to get some of the most ridiculous shit you've ever had in the game. Like, you could just craft the perfect items every time.
Which kind of defeats
Um,
that loot grabbing. That I got the
Yeah.
legendary with the good roll and the good stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but the other stuff that they changed made a huge difference. Like, they changed the way that the Syndicate League worked, with unveiling items. They changed the way that what was it? Essences worked, and like made it more difficult, made it harder to get some of the better essences. Made the essence challenges a lot harder. They reworked. They kind of destroyed Delve, according to my brother and the Delve community. But I think they're just kind of complaining because they made it easier for people to get rewards sooner, instead of people just basically doing nothing but delving all league.
Oh, so
And then
they
getting like
streamlined it.
yeah, and so you can't get the same amount of rewards as you could last league. And so the people that were like just diving, 10, 15,000 leagues down, aren't going to just sit there and just get completely like Jeff Bezos rich from running a couple of different nodes. But I'm really enjoying like a ton of the changes. The reworks have been awesome. They've added a lot of like quality of life changes. Like, the biggest one is that I really enjoy is when you turn on an aura, it reserves mana so that before you had to have that amount of mana in order to activate it. So say you have 100% mana and the aura takes 50% of your reserves 50% of your mana.
Okay.
When you activate it, you lose 50% of your mana, and you can't go above your 50% mark.
Gotcha.
Well, say you accidentally hit the button to turn off the aura. Now you have full access to the mana, but you have to regenerate it. And say you're casting skills and you only have 25% mana left. Well, in order to reactivate the mana or reactivate the aura, you have to wait until you have 50% mana.
Oof.
And so, if you're like trying to change out gems or do certain things, it's just a pain in the ass to like deactivate the aura, get the mana back, and then
Start
do what you
casting.
need to do, and then wait for the mana to come back again in order to do it. Now it just reserves the mana, period. Like, if you burn all of your mana and you have 93% of your mana reserved through auras and things, you can just press the buttons and it'll activate them and then lower your total mana
Nice.
pool.
So it's a nice
Which is
quality of
awesome.
life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good QOL. Nice. All right. Well, I guess since we're on the gaming news, I'm gonna go move right into it. Last week I finished the Ancient Gods for Doom Eternal. Holy shit! On easy, by the way. Holy shit! I need to see Kelsey beat this on whatever the fucking difficulty is, because holy shit!
You struggling even on easy?
On easy, because of the new enemies that they've added. They actually added enemies and properties that make it like, fuck, you got to keep in mind who you're shooting with what you're shooting. They made it, you know how Batman, like with the back Arkham games, you're like, oh, I got to make sure I hit this guy with this combo to break his shield up. They did that in the FPS version. And I'm like, God damn it. So Ancient Gods, go ahead.
The Ancient Gods Part 1 was ridiculous because it wasn't so much that you had to, aside from that one enemy, that you had to make sure you had the ability to like blow it up, the soul or whatever. But they were just like, so you remember this guy? Well, now there's 2. And not just 2, there's now 4. So good luck,
The fucking Marauders, dude. They know when to place them in this fucking DLC, where I'm like, go fuck yourself. Shit. So the story, it picks up after the first one. I don't know how much longer, but you're going up against the father is telling you to go and get some sort of like orb to empower himself to help aid against the Dark Lord. Doom guy, I guess spoilers, by the end of Ancient Gods Part 1, because Part 1's old, so I can spoil that, but not 2. says no, fuck off, breaks the orb, which then calls upon the Dark Lord because all that's left is his red orb thing. And then the beginning of Ancient Gods Part 2, he's resurrected, the Dark Lord, or he's brought to whatever. He looks like you, Doom guy, but he's almighty, and then he gets a freaking mech later on, armor that he looks fantastic in. That's pretty much the story. The things in between is just gameplay for the most part, and then like the last big piece of story is at the end, but you don't have. You can go and watch it yourself on youtube.com/ADLR Plays. Yeah, gameplay is it's still there. The added enemies, we have the ones from the Ancient Gods Part 1, which was the blue spirit, which if someone has it, they have more health, they attack more, I guess, ferociously, and they do more
faster,
damage. They're
stronger,
faster,
and they don't suffer from
hit
weak,
stun
weak points. Yeah,
or weak points. Yeah, the weak points can't be removed.
which is the biggest bullshit in the entire game. Like, it's one thing if they're just like faster and stronger, fine, but don't let me blow off the guns and things that they're using if they have that ability. The worst ones for me are the guys that look like they're from Resident Evil, where they like don't have eyes. It's just like a skull that just comes to the front, and they're like the purple guys that are super quick.
Oh, the one that dash around and then throw like a fireball at you?
No, they're like
They don't have eyes.
I'm pretty sure they don't have eyes. I'd have to look it up, but they're like this big muscular thing that has like a skull.
Oh, that jump up and double hit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the swole guy. The guy's fucking ripped. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's a problem. He's definitely a problem when he has that spirit on him. So, and when they're in that form, they keep attacking. They like literally they play Anthony mode. It's just they look at you and they go, "I'm just gonna go forward and attack him." And the pressure under that, while you have people zoning you from who knows a mile away, the guy who can fucking speed debuff you, whatever he does, fuck him. He's like a dude in like a red clothing and he can float, but then and like hit you with random attacks. But then they either gave him a new move or I didn't know he had it. He can like throw this circle yellow thing at you, and then now you're moving at at snail's pace. Now imagine that while the blue muscle dude is like salivating at the fact that you can't run away now.
You couldn't get away with him just moving normally. Like,
it's so much pressure.
He jumps and goes, and you move, and he goes. As soon as he lands, he's like, boom, and then he goes right at you.
I can only imagine playing this on anything more difficult than I played it on. There's no way. Like I got to see somebody do it. I'm gonna have to YouTube it because like it is so much. I guess there's battle sequences where the pressure is like I'm using as many things as I can. I'm killing people with the machine thing to get more ammo. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I'll let you know when I decide to stream part 2. You know, because I'm gonna play it on
the hardest,
whatever not like the hard. Well, I guess it's technically the hardest, just not the one where if you die, that's it.
Yeah,
it's
don't
the
do
one
that
right
one.
below that.
You're asking for rage. You're asking for a salt sandwich. So, what else did they add? Oh, I think that was just part 1. They added that. That was like the main thing they added. Part 2, they added an alternative version of the little guys that throw fireballs, but they added like some sort of like stone skin on them, and then they turn into Blanca. They see you and then jump up and do the roll thing right at you. And the only way to kill them is 2 ways: is with the shotgun attachment that you like. It turns into like a minigun, not a minigun, like an automatic, or with the hammer. And you're like, the hammer. In part 2, you get a new hammer. This hammer is fucking badass. It for me replaces having to use. My biggest issue with Doom is like using the gas tanks to get more ammo. I don't find those gasoline things often enough where I'm like, oh, I want to use one now because I might not get it later. The hammer is used to like do different things. So let's say you just want ammo, you just hit him with the hammer. He jumps up in the air, boom, hammer, and then you get some ammo. It's not as much as getting the gasoline, but it's worth it. You want extra armor, you set him on fire first, then hit him with the hammer, and you get extra armor coming out. Same with I think if they're ready to get like execution, like the blinking orange, and you hit them with the hammer, I think you get more health. You can do different combos with that. And on top of that, it stuns them for a longer time. And I know you're thinking, maybe that works for the Marauder. Yes, it does. So for the Marauder, you know how you get like 2 seconds to fucking react after you stun him? If you time it correctly, if he comes and swings at you, you can hit him with the double barrel shotgun, which stuns him for a second. But if you tap that fucking hammer button as soon as that fire like goes out of your gun, you can time it so bam, you hit him with the hammer, and now he's extended stun, and you can just chuck a damage at him, which is fantastic. Which I think is the best ad for part 2, because now I don't have to worry about waiting for me to find a pickup so I can get more ammo from the enemies. The hammer refuels by doing executions or kills. That's I think nice. It is. So like you have this constant loop of just shooting, kill him, hammer, get more ammo, and now everything's more fluid because of it. The action is constantly moving and going and going.
The chainsaw was interesting because like it burned, depending on what you killed, it burned more gas.
Yeah.
So like larger creatures took up to a certain point would burn up to all 3 of your canisters, and
Correct.
then the little creatures would only take 1, and you'd still get the same amount of ammo and things from them. So it's like you had to like weigh your options if you're running around doing stuff. There are some times that you really should just destroy whatever that big thing is and just forgo the gas and whatever. But unless you like play the game all the way through a whole bunch, or you're trying to beat it on whatever the hardest difficulty is, where it's a one and done death, you don't know. So you're like, I don't want to use this because if I die, I could just try again and try something else.
That was the biggest like worry when I had the gas. But once you get that hammer, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. You can start hitting them with the hammer, start getting a bunch of ammo. You stun a bunch of things around you. It does damage, so you can actually kill things with it, like the new enemy type that I mentioned about. And now they added 2 more weird spirit things. I guess they're not weird spirit. There's one spirit, and the other one's a new enemy. The second one is a purple one, like a purple enemy, where if you kill him, anything around its radius, like that when you kill him, gets buffed. So it's like a buff totem waiting for us. So you have to save him for last. Problem is, he knows that. So he runs into other enemy, like in your line of fire, so you can shoot him or hit him.
So it's a suicide bomber.
Pretty much, but he just wants to die so that he can buff anything around him. I think I have it recorded in my playthrough. I accidentally killed one in between 2 marauders. And I'm like, excellent. I think I died that life, but I deserved it.
I mean, at least it wasn't 2 marauders that were buffed by
the blue spirit. Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even mention it. The blue spirit needs to be dealt with after you kill the person that's been hosting. No, that hosted that spirit. Let's say the big swole guy gets killed. The blue spirit's still alive. You need to hit it with the precise weapon, which is like the laser add-on for the plasma. You have to hold it on him, and then that will kill him. If not, he'll just jump to another one. The buff person, I think it's just a timed buff. It's not like forever. So if you kill it on the marauders, they'll be buffed for a short time. But that short time is more than enough to fucking body your health. Like,
oh yeah. I mean, especially if you're playing on a higher difficulty that like every second counts, every piece of ammo counts. Every
dash counts. Like I've never dashed so much in my life. It's to the point where, what was I playing? I think I was playing Borderlands or playing something after like last week, and I'm hitting the button to dash when things were coming my way. Because that's how conditioned the game got me.
Oh, I had that problem when I went from playing Halo to playing Counter-Strike again. Like, because you can't run. Everything is just a run. You can walk, but you can't sprint. And when you're playing Halo and you have the sprint mod, you're like, okay, go. And then he doesn't do anything, or he does something else, and you're going, that was not what I wanted it to do.
Nope. This game, there's no running. And then the last one that I remember they added is now these enemies are like a reskin of. They're not the guys that run around during fireballs. They're a lot taller, but they're still the lanky ones. And one of their execution moves is when you break their arm and you break like their elbow, and then you stick their elbow into their mouth. I don't know what the hell those demons called, but they're just a lot taller and they sneak around more. Anywho, they added poison to them. So if they attack you, you take damage over time and you can't dash anymore until you kill him. If you don't kill the person that poisoned you, you stay that way until you die. The plus side is that they always tell you where he's at. So he'll hit you and try to run away, but there's like a HUD logo flying around that's like, oh, he's over here. But that doesn't really help when you have 6 different things attacking you and you can't dash anymore. So it's those small things made crazy encounters that were really fun to do. And then my only pet peeve again was the Dark Lord. The last fight is like a multi-phase fight in a way where I'm like, no, I guess not multi-phase. It's one of those like the things I hate from Borderlands, like the invulnerable state where you get into the certain health and you watch him do his stupid shit and then you got to do it again. But that's like my only pet peeve. But for the rest of it, if you like Doom Eternal, man, they added some new enemies to keep it fresh. Oh, and they added more platforming things. You know how you have that the double barrel shotgun, you can chain yourself to people. Well, now they have sections where you have to swing on nodes to get to places, and it becomes like a Tarzan platforming thing, which I thought was really fun that they added.
That's like the best shotgun in the game.
It is.
Get over here.
And it sets him on fire as you're heading over there. So when you shoot him, you get free shield. It's great. So I mean, if you haven't played Doom Eternal, what are you doing? Play Doom Eternal. But for the Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2, it's definitely worth it. They add it. It's an expansion that doesn't hold your hand. It's like if you're playing this expansion, that means you've played Doom Eternal. They're like, hey, you're in here. You have all the upgrades from Doom Eternal, like as if you beat it. Go. And then the only time they'll stop you is like, oh, this is a new enemy. This is what it does. And then you can figure it out that way. But it just goes, hey, we're in it. Cool cutscene of him being badass. You're in it. Start shooting. And I'm always about it. Javi and the Nolan saying, I don't have that set up, the audio clip set up for this scene collection. I have it for when I'm playing Let's Plays. I do have to set it. I might have to.
Reenact them.
So I do have to ask, how is the music
fantastic
compared to?
It's still the hard hitting metal, like it's strumming in your ear. This one was different because I was not panicking, but it's to the point where I'm getting pressured to the point where I forgot there was music. I'm like, I'm zoned in.
You're so focused, yeah.
Like you can't fuck around.
I mean, that's the way that I was. I feel like I was playing when I played, the base game and then part 1.
Uh-huh.
Like you hear the music and then like as shit starts ramping up, you're like. You go from that sitting back to the leaning forward.
I'm leaned in. I'm like, I gotta see every pixel because oh my goodness. But in a good way. Like it's the way where I'm invested. I'm in there. Like anyone could have came in and just scared the shit out of me. If Randall wanted to, he could have just kicked the door open and yelled. I would have shat myself on stream. That's how focused it is. I mean, I highly recommend it. If you have Doom Eternal, it's worth getting the season pass to play both of these because they're really fun. And that's all I got to say about that. And then what else do I need? Applause. Let's get it. Great game. Let's keep it going.
Game of the year?
The DLC of the year, probably. The thing is, the way it ends, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're making another Doom. Like, I don't know where the hell pun intended, where the hell they're going with this. Because it seemed very bow tie. Like, we're done here. That makes sense? So I'm like, I was happy, but then I'm like, but I want more.
Yeah.
But I want more. Please don't let this be the end. Oh, Randall, it was you didn't play the Doom 1 or Eternal, right? They had an Avengers Endgame moment at the end.
What does that mean?
So I guess spoilers. I don't care because it was so cool. I'm going to talk about it. So if you guys want spoilers for the end of Ancient Gods Part 2, take off your headphones. I mean, it's a small thing, but did you watch Endgame, Kelsey?
Did I watch Endgame? Yeah.
You know when he's like on your left and everyone came from they have that moment and
okay.
That's all I want to say. And it was, I mean, if you played the previous game, you'd be like, oh, that's this, that's that. You get to see all the other characters that came in that help you. And then it was a really cool moment.
So Doom guy had reinforcements.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Because he gets to the point where Dark Lord's at, and Dark Lord is a Dark Lord. He has an army he has everyone waiting for him. And I mean, Doom guy's badass, but to take on that many people, I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, I have to go fight all of that shit on the way to him. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die like 1,000 times trying to get to the Dark Lord. And then the cutscene happened, and I'm like, oh thank God. But it was a cool moment. I'm like, oh, I don't know if it was like an homage to Endgame, because like Randall, you'd be like, that's fucking Endgame. Like they had a portal come up and people come through, huge mechs coming through things. I'm like, let's fucking go.
That's awesome.
It was lit. I mean, I'm trying to downplay it, so when you see it, you'll be like, what the hell? But it was cool. I mean, yeah, just play it. Awesome DLC. All right, that's it on Doom Eternal. I mean, since we're talking about hell here, you guys want to talk about VelociPastor?
Oh my God, that
Randall, what you missed last week, I think you would have. I think you're better off in life without watching that.
I could tell.
You just need to watch the first scene.
Yeah.
And then nothing else, because it doesn't get any better than that.
That was the funniest part. Like when we saw that first scene, we were like, "Oh, this movie's gonna be fantastic. This is gonna be like, it's aware of what it is."
First scene.
He's not gonna watch it, so we might as well tell him.
So
That's funny though.
Huh?
Just it has to be on YouTube that you can send it to him. It's fun. It's not funny if you just hear it. You have to see it.
Yeah, it's like visually bad funny. Like if I told you, like
I could still tell him.
Well, I mean, so it's what is it? The pastor is going out.
I'm looking it up.
Okay. Well, I guess we can talk about it anyway. This is a story about a pastor who gets cursed while on a trip to, where was he? Hong Kong, China?
China. He's somewhere in China. I don't know.
I think it just said China on the big yellow. It just said China. You said you found it?
Yeah, I put it in our group.
It wasn't even that it just said China. It was he left and he's like walking through the woods and he's like, China. And then it just in big bold letters across the screen scrolled China. And it's like, yeah, he just said that. Like
he's watching it now. Just that clip anyway. But yeah, so he goes to China and then happens to run into a girl who like had some sort of sorcerer rock or something on him, like the teeth of some sort of dragon or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh, yeah. So this woman is like running through the woods being chased by ninjas.
A ninja, yeah.
And she's holding on to something. And then she gets shot through like the heart with an arrow. And she happens to like fall down in front of him. And she says something to him. And then like hands him this giant tooth. We don't even know like what it's referencing or what it's about or what it's from. And then he like starts to walk away after the ninjas show up to kill him, and he like brushes up again. This isn't like, oh, he did something and then like cut himself. No, he literally was like, and then has this massive gash on his hand, and I'm guessing because he's holding the tooth, it caused him to be cursed with the power to turn into a raptor. Holy shit!
A velociraptor.
And it wasn't even like, oh, it happened and then he turned into the raptor. He literally like cut his hand and then it went into some slow motion like weird framing thing, and he's like screaming, and then he passes out, and then he wakes back up in America, and it's like, what the fuck just happened?
He turns into the Velociraptor without knowing and saves a hooker. And that hooker tells him to use his power for good.
And that's how you become the VelociPastor. What do you think, Randall? It's a good scene, right? No, he doesn't like it. that
was the best part of the movie.
That was the one that actually had us laughing because we thought we thought that was on purpose. Like that was, And then we saw him in the Velociraptor suit. Boy.
So it was a guy in the suit?
Yes, Randall. Like through and through, it looked like he walked out of Chuck E. Cheese and said, "We can use this suit again."
It was a tent with a head and a tail. That was basically what it was.
Yeah. It was, again, was this one of the movies that had like the split reviews, or did we just hear the synopsis and say we're watching this?
I think it was that.
Who recommended it?
I think it was me. I gotta be honest. I don't remember who it was, but
Someone said VelociPastor out loud. Oh, it was Javi. It was Javi. Javi recommended it.
Oh, okay. That movie's been floating around in my Discord, I think, months ago, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And then we never spoke of it again. And then I think
We did get a request for this week to watch. I think it's called Black Dynamite.
You've never seen Black Dynamite?
that's a funny
I've not seen
movie.
it. I've not
actually
seen
a
it.
good movie.
That's a good movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Dynamite is really good.
All right. Well, if you guys have already seen it, I'll have to watch it on my own. Have
That's-
you guys seen Blank Man?
Why does that sound familiar? I think maybe I've seen a
Isn't
trailer.
that what one of the Wayne's brothers?
Yeah. Where he's
Oh,
a
and
crime fighter.
Yes, I've seen this as a kid. It's an old movie. Yes, I've seen
Yeah,
Blank
it's
Man. I've seen this.
1994, and it is glorious.
I'm like, that sounded so familiar. And then I saw the poster here. Yes, I've seen him in that suit. That's also really good if you haven't seen it. Oh man, yeah, that's a throwback.
This just bring back nostalgia.
Yeah, I was fucking fat watching that between Crash Bandicoot sets. You kidding me? I didn't watch it the same year it came out because obviously I would be 4 years old. I watched it afterwards. Sheesh. Yeah, but if you'll love Black Dynamite, it's so like it's dumb funny. Like it's
Not like
Basically,
not
VelociPastor.
VelociPastor.
Imagine if that was like good as was stupid.
Is it like Undercover Brother?
Kind of similar.
Similar vein, like in the same
Okay.
style kind of thing. It is, yeah.
Michael John White just looks funny with the
think-
pro.
Think this. This is basically the best way to sum it. It's Undercover Brother mixed with Shaft. And that's what this movie is.
That's a
Okay.
good mixture. Yeah, it's a good mixture.
Okay.
Absolutely. Holy shit. You're in for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So I mean, what else can we talk about VelociPastor? Like it's just, you know,
We don't need to.
There's
It's
not-
awful. Don't ever fucking watch it.
no.
If I could scrub my brain with some sort of chemical to make it go away, I would, you know.
To be 100% honest with you, the only thing that's above this movie from what we've seen for this like Tuesday thing is Cherry. Yeah, I think it's better than the other things we've seen, including Monster Hunter.
No, I think Monster Hunter is better than this. No, I'm not with you on that. Monster Hunter I think is way better than this.
This was way more enjoyable to me.
That's your take. No, there's
That's
no
why I said to
way.
me,
I think this is the worst movie we've seen. Followed, and then better is Cosmic Sin, then Monster Hunter, then Cherry.
You think Cosmic Sin's better than this movie?
Yes, I would watch Cosmic Sin again instead of this movie.
I would watch this movie again.
You're crazy.
I
Really? You too, Kelsey? You'd watch this before Cosmic Sin? I like seeing Bruce Willis do his stupid face all the time.
I don't know. I don't
And-
know that I could make a decision which one's better gun to my head because both of them were so fucking awful. Like at least this one, you laughed in the first, 2 minutes,
That's
and then
true. That's true.
Cosmic Sin
There's
was
no
like
laughing.
you don't know what the fuck's going on the entire time, and then it just ends, and you go,
Yeah,
what?
and Skullcrusher's out there putting up Tesla satellites.
And then that scene at the didn't it have an after credit scene that you like watched it? Or no, that was Monster Hunter. Monster
Yeah.
Hunter had the after credit scene, and you like watched it, and you're going, okay,
Yeah,
why didn't you just include this?
because they want to tease him for the next movie. Come on, it's easy bucks. You know? No, this is I don't know. Monster Hunters. I don't know. There's Brian's quiet. I'm still. What?
What are you saying right now?
You'd rather watch this than Monster Hunter? I think Monster Hunter was bad, but I'm like not this
I
bad.
meant,
Like,
okay, so this when you're taking it as if I'm saying this movie's better than Monster Hunter, I'm saying I'd rather watch this movie.
well, that's
More entertaining.
what make it a better. Anything that's you choose something over the other that makes it a better something. So that's a better
I don't
experience
think
for
so.
you.
So okay, so example for this.
Yes,
Justin Bieber's album
yes.
sounds really well done. It's better overall. compared to something called Pull Your Guns Out. That
Pull-
shit's on YouTube.
Pull Your Guns Out? Okay, so
Yeah,
what would
the
you
song
listen
called Pull
to?
Your Guns Out. So quality-wise, Justin Bieber's album's better. What's more entertaining to me is Pull Your Guns Out.
Johan's with you, bro. He's in the chat saying Pull Your Guns Out. So, I mean, Pull Your Guns Out is better than Justin Bieber album. You know?
That's not how it works.
I'm just saying, that's how it works. You know, if you pick Goku all your life, you like Goku, right? You think he's better.
Well, I mean, that's why he likes GT Goku.
He loves him.
Start calling Kelsey Keasley if he says that again.
I don't know that he loves him as much as you like Goku, though.
Goku's taking a back seat for me. After Super and I saw all those characters, I'm like, there's no one better than Jocko, dude. My team is Jocko, Master Roshi, and Kid Buu. I still like Kid Buu. Kid Buu looks, it's just like menacing cool to me.
I thought you were gonna say Krillin, and because I thought you just wanted like the weakest characters in this. I mean, I guess you could have picked Yamcha.
I think Yamcha's way weaker than Krillin, right? Like,
weaker than
Yeah, that's I forgot Yamcha was in the game because he's so trash.
yeah,
the game. Or...
No, and in
the show.
In the show,
Yo, Hercule's worse than all of them.
I thought he got buffed up after he started training with Buu.
No,
He's still trash.
he's just getting old at this
There's
point.
a scene in Dragon Ball where he actually gets shot.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Anyway, how did we get here?
Definitely the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's VelociPastor. It's just it's nonsense, bro. Like, there's funny moments. There's a sex scene there that went on for way too long. There's an Asian man just speaking. The only person speaking in what is it, Mandarin? Because he's
a Mandarin or Cantonese.
He's the only one. And then, oh my God, him being his brother at the end, like, we gave a shit. Like, what they think is story plot twist, I'm like, keep it moving. Like, kill him or move on. Like, oh man.
Everything about this movie is trash. If I could pour bleach on my brain to get rid of this memory, I would do it in an instant.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Again, Ronnie, if you enjoyed, hey, that's fine. For me, like the first 5, what is it? When you said that scene you saw was the highlight for me. I was not expecting VFX, car on fire. That threw me for a loop. Oh man. All right, so that's VelociPastor. Stay the fuck away from it, bro. Unless you're looking for like purposely looking for just bad movies, then this one's high up on the list. This is like Alien 3000 level.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, Randall. We're going to go to you here because you skipped the week. You got shit to make up for. You feel me? You didn't get your weekly dose of the chocolate, all right?
Of the chocolate?
Of the chocolate.
What's that?
You know what that is. Tell me about Thunder Force. It's a new Netflix movie, right?
Yeah, it's what is her name? Melissa
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
I can't
Octavia
remember.
Spencer.
Yeah. It was funny. I always
That's
thought
good.
Melissa McCarthy was really funny. It's basically about them two growing up as childhood friends. Melissa McCarthy is more like the funny friend, and Octavius is more intelligent. She's like really intelligent, and she wants to pretty much be innovative and like make the world a better place, kind of. But it's for a reason, because something happens to her parents.
When they were young?
Yeah, when she was young.
Okay.
So they died.
Okay.
But it's because of villains. So I forget what the reason was, but basically people started becoming aware of themselves having powers. I think it had something to do with like maybe a meteorite or a rock or something crashed to Earth. I can't remember.
So it's normal for them to have superhumans and villains and stuff is normal at this point in the lore or in the world?
As the movie takes place in present, yes.
Okay.
So in the beginning of the movie, no.
Yes.
Everybody was just normal until this incident happened. And then more and more people started surfacing with abilities.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So it's just basically them two. They eventually go separate ways because of an altercation that happens between them, and because one goes to college, the other one doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But then they reunite, and the girl Octavius, who went to college and became really intelligent and built this huge company. She pretty much became like Tony Stark.
Oh,
But she doesn't deal with like robotics. She deals with like molecular, like DNA altering stuff.
so like that's more like Pym.
Yeah. But she has the ability to give people abilities.
What the hell?
Yeah.
She All Might?
Not like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like through extensive study. Like I think she said the serum that she created took like 9 years or some junk like that.
Okay.
Is it for super soldiers?
Oh,
No, it was just for her.
okay.
But I think her grand scheme was that she wanted it to be so that they can fight against villains because at this I don't know why, but for whatever reason, everyone who I guess I kind of understand. I guess most people who would get abilities this day and age probably won't be good.
I have said this publicly on here multiple times. Yes.
So that's the
We
way
know.
it's insinuated, like in the movie, like pretty much that these people who have noticed that they had abilities, they just turn to a life of crime.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
it's like, nope. For whatever reason, anyone who did have abilities did not decide to become a superhero or a person who fights against those people.
Yeah.
So at this point, there is no one trying to save the city.
they're just people ransacking cities, stealing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
I
girl,
mean, especially in today's world, like
Yeah.
everybody gets vilified for everything to begin with, and then you have the rich that just basically eat the poor, and it's like, why? Why would you not do something about it? You'd be bringing justice in your own way, but like that's the way it works. I think Anthony would just like to be a supervillain, though. I don't think it's anything else.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like I can play a supervillain, no problem. 'Cause I have too much fun with that. Go ahead.
what was that thing?
It's a world with no one's actually
Oh.
fighting against the supervillains. So she wanted to make a serum so people could start,
So the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy, I can't remember her name.
Tessa Thompson.
Nah, the girl that was like an alien who can
Read your mind.
Yeah.
control
Mantis?
people's mind. Yeah, Mantis. She's in the movie, and she's like one of the main villains. And also the dude from
I love that movie.
It's on Pornhub.
from Mr.
Porno?
Robot.
From Mr. Robot. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. But I didn't hear your joke. But hold on. Who?
The dude from Mr. Robot, the one with the glasses that just acts
Oh, the
people
dad?
like at random.
Oh, the Hispanic guy, Brian. That looks like a baseball player. And when that talks like this, eh? We got to do something. And he has the glasses on, slick back hair.
Yeah.
Mr. Robot, the big guy. He asks people questions.
You talking about Irving?
Irving, yes.
Yeah, he's like the bad guy.
I mean, I believe
the main bad
it.
guy.
I saw him in Mr. Robot. I believe it.
It's my favorite character. in
Irving is
Robot.
fantastic.
By far, my favorite character.
Him just working at an airport, And she's looking at him like, "You're not here to kill me." No, I don't do any of that anymore.
Anymore.
Yeah, it's fantastic. He would be called
Calling Anthony
Plátano
Finn
Maduro.
villain name. Yeah.
That's it.
Will be what?
That's my villain name. That's what Eman
What?
said. Plátano Maduro.
It'd probably be Malduro, because then it'd be like
Maduro.
bad.
Yeah.
No, like Mal.
Oh, Malduro. That sounds like
Yeah.
Colombian stuff. I'm not Colombian.
You could be
That's true. I just
Yeah.
gotta sell
the
cocaine.
right attitude.
What?
With
You
the
watch
right
Narcos.
attitude.
Don't ever say that unless you watch Narcos.
I heard the song with Narcos in it.
Was the Narcos in it?
Yeah, in the music video.
Stupid.
Oh. All right, go for it. Did they start like recruiting people into being
It's
heroes?
just them two.
Oh,
Because like I said, she only made the serum. Originally, the serum was supposed to be for her. She was going to take on the responsibility to fight these villains.
oh, she didn't have powers.
No,
Okay,
she created this stuff.
got it. I thought you meant like over time she got powers and so did Melissa McCarthy. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Her main goal was to
Supply
give
her.
herself those abilities so that she can fight off the
The
villains
villainous.
in honor of her parents because her parents died to somebody with powers.
Mm-hmm.
But Melissa McCarthy's character, being the goofy character that she is in a movie, she ends up taking part of the serum, which endows her with superhuman strength.
Let's go. Okay.
And then Octavius's character has the ability to go invisible.
Oh, ooh.
That sounds
well,
awesome.
Let's round the table. Superhuman strength or invisibility? Go, Randall.
Superhuman strength.
Kelsey.
Strength.
Brian.
Invisible. I want to be naked all the time.
Thank you. I'm like, I know this is not going to be a full blown strength.
I knew
thing.
that was coming.
I'm also picking invisibility. Are you kidding me? It's invisibility, easy.
Now, being able to like jump from one city to the next, like that would just be fucking awesome.
That's true. Yeah, you can cut transportation for a bit, but then you start breaking like the floors and stuff, and you might get billed for that from the government. But again, I
I'm
guess
okay with that.
Yeah, I mean,
What are they gonna do to me? Like,
well, we don't know if you
vulnerable.
Yeah, I didn't. You could. I think they can still shoot them, right? Or is she like? Can bullets not do anything to her?
Well, superwoman strength and invulnerability are two separate things. No matter
Yeah,
what.
I think so.
That's two
True.
different things. I don't think she had invulnerability. I just think that she was like super strong.
So Randall, Kelsey just has to have a get up. Like if he has a costume, he can do it whatever, and no one's gonna know who he is.
exactly.
He's got it. He's fine. E-Man in the chat also says invisible. That's crazy. Go for it. Keep going though.
That's pretty much the movie. It's just them two fighting against what's his name? Jason Bateman.
Bateman's in it?
Yeah, he's in it. He's his character has, so you know how like in X-Men or like Marvel period, there's always unfortunate souls who get mutant abilities that's just like worthless.
No, he has a bad power.
So his story for his character is he was out on a date with his wife, and they I forget where he said they were. They might have been in like Paris or somewhere. Either way, they were on a boat, and something happened that made them go off the boat, and they landed in the water next to a reef, and then a crab came up and bit him in the genitals, and it was radioactive too. The next thing you know, his arms, I don't know if it's from the waist up because he always has a shirt on, but his arms are crab arms.
Oh no.
And that's his
power. That's his mutant power.
Yeah.
It's just okay. That sucks.
his character is really funny because him and Melissa McCarthy, like, they start flirting with each other, and you know how Jason is, like, he's like really charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like really funny to see them two interact or whatever.
Gotcha.
It was funny. It was a funny movie. I would definitely say the two that made it the funniest was Jason and
Melissa. Yeah.
Especially Melissa, because it was like this part where like because her body is going through changes of that, like it's not instant that she becomes super strong. Like it's like
it's like Cheetah.
Progressive. Like she has to do tests, and then she has to keep getting these shots. And one of the side effects is that she has to eat raw protein.
Oh shit! So she's just down.
So she's down in like raw chicken.
Oh,
sounds like Venom when he's just going around eating the like he gets like into the fish tank and like eats the eel or a lobster or something.
But there's a part in the movie where like Octavius is like sitting there watching her like eat and she doesn't want to eat it, but she has to because he told her you have to eat it because your body is burning through
at a crazy rate.
Yeah. So she's like devouring it, like before she can swallow it, she has like 5 of them in her mouth. And,
shit!
You know how like raw chicken has like the juices of it, so it's like going down the side of her face. She's like, "I'm not a monster. My body needs it. Don't touch me." It was so funny, man. Like the movie was really funny. I recommend it.
Okay,
it was a good watch.
Good. Oh. Action sequences. Is there any?
Yeah, it's action sequences. It's not anything that's like Marvel level, but it's like, you know,
typical like
typical superhero stuff.
Okay.
You know, like
we're not doing crazy CQC combos. No, it's just fly at someone, punch them, they go flying back.
Like the girl that plays Mantis, her ability is to shoot like some sort of electricity projectile type stuff. So she does that, and Melissa McCarthy threw a bus, and you know, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so we got a recommendation there. I guess we can catch up on the Invincible stuff since Kelsey talked about it last week. But how far did you get into Invincible? You watched all of it, or
yeah?
I haven't watched the latest episode.
Oh my god! So
Not your average superhero show, huh? You,
why did he
Kelsey.
take off his headphones?
Because Brian's gonna he's either gonna watch or he has to go take a piss.
Oh.
Just in case he gets spoil it.
The other thing he can spoil for me is the last episode, which, I mean, I don't know that I'd be upset, but I want to watch it.
So yeah, if you're gonna talk about the last episode, just let Kelsey know. We'll take off the headphones. I mean, I guess just what are
I'm
your
not
thoughts?
gonna spoil anything. What do you want to know? Since he already talked about it.
What are your thoughts on it? Do you enjoy it? Do you like the gore? Do you like how mature it is? Like, I don't know.
So you haven't watched it yet?
I've only read the first volume, and it seems like they're not going the same route, or they're not showing it in the same order of events. So
Yeah, they're showing some stuff like,
I read,
but not all of it.
What you read too. It's not beat for beat.
That's what Kelsey told. But when he was telling me stuff, I'm like, that's not what happened in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I only read like 4 issues, like whatever the first volume is, 4 to 5 issues. That's all I read. So I thought they would start there, and it doesn't look like it. They did so.
So you already know what the VelociPastor's purpose is.
Yeah.
Okay. They haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay.
But he does do something at the end of the first episode that solidifies that whole thing.
Got it.
And let's just say that Invincible is Marvel, Mortal Kombat, and Dragon Ball Z
Mix into one.
like combined into one, and it had a baby.
Okay.
Like is
it too much for you, or is it like have you gripped? Like you can't wait for the next episode.
It's definitely like I need to watch the next episode.
Good.
At no time did I ever feel bored.
Good.
But
Yeah,
So the pacing's
was
good.
just like when I ran out of episodes, I was like, no, I need the others.
Yeah. Okay. That's what Kelsey was saying too. Like it's good pacing that they don't just lollygag with random shit.
what I respect the most about this is that, and I might sound a little boastful saying this, but if I was to do a cartoon that was similar to this is how I think I would make it.
You sure?
Because-
You're not one for gore though.
But here's the thing: this is how it would really go down if this stuff really exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Like people will be getting bodied, like
Dead bodied.
Yes, and like it's not like no plot armor. There's no it's a pedestrian, and they just somehow they
Last
miraculously
second.
don't get hit, even
Yeah.
though there's like a slew of fire coming in their direction. No, people get killed, people get hit, people like
Suffer wounds or
All
death.
right, so look, this has nothing to do with the story, like spoiling the stories. This is like a little casualty thing. He was trying to save somebody in the middle of a firefight, and you know how like the typical superhero goes to grab somebody
Underneath.
and takes them to safety.
Yeah.
Well, like he was trying to take her to safety, and he got hit in the back, and he ended up like he landed on the ground. Now, in typical Marvel fashion, he would look down and he would be like, "Are you okay?" And she'd be like, "Yes, I'm okay." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He looked down at the lady. Her arm was broken. Her leg was broken. She was like bleeding from this because he had hit the ground with her.
Yeah.
So I was
I think he also
"Gee,
crushed
bro."
crushed her while he was holding her because he like panicked and just like grabbed her and flew away. And I think part of her injuries are from him, not necessarily just from hitting the ground.
Which is even worse.
Um,
Because I'm assuming he's, a body hitting you at that speed. And he's invincible.
Omni-Man is
Yeah.
he's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yo, he's
Dude, Randall. I want to talk to you at some point about the first episode because I want to get your thoughts on everything. Like, I'm super excited to find out everything about him and the backstory and that kind of stuff.
yeah. So they do a good job at making you like him.
Yeah.
Which so far he's a very likable character. He really loves his son. He loves his wife. They're the most important things to him.
But what's behind those eyes?
But I mean, you know what his purpose is.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like one of those situations where it's like, it's the Dragon Ball Z story. You know how like Goku is sent to Earth
to scout and then
and
dominate.
then
Yeah,
XYZ happens, and then it's like, well, I don't know what else.
He's
to
way
say, man.
worse than Go. He's more like Vegeta, if anything.
Well, he means like what the Saiyans were doing in general when they were sending out scouts and sending people to
I gotcha.
the scouts when they were sending actual Saiyans to planets to do what they do best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
really good, man. It's really
good.
The story is good. The characters are good. It's just little nuggets of things that they do. Like when they do an episode, when they start an episode, they'll go like right into the story, and then somebody will talk it, and it'll be something that leads into them saying the word invincible. They'll be like, you never know because he acts like he's. And instead of saying invincible, then the title screen just comes up and it said invincible. I thought that joke was really clever.
That's funny.
What else?
It bothered me though, because like he'd be like watching the show, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm invincible," and then it's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
And every time they show the title, a little more drop of blood hits the sign.
It's the fun.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
And for somebody who's named Invincible, he's got a lot of blood and guts and things coming out in like every episode.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that's another thing that I liked about the show is like it's to me it's a little more grounded in the sense of so when he starts out he doesn't have the abilities.
No, he does not.
But he has to, they eventually show up.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to learn flight, and it's not like one episode, oh, I can fly like a pro. It's not even like episodes in, he is still like
fucking doing weird
messing up.
Yeah.
Like, so I like that a lot. Like it's really grounded as far as his learning curve is not just immediate. It's just like he's still, even though he's learning how to fight and his father's training him to use his abilities, he is still like having like struggles on trying to like it being second nature to him.
They're not cutting any like corners. They're like, oh, we're gonna watch him we're gonna see him progress.
It's no quarter cutting.
Gotcha.
And then it's also he has the struggle, of course, with being a high school kid and dealing with a girl and friends and like all the stuff that's going on is very realistic. I think that's one of the things that makes this show so appealing because it's shot from a viewpoint of it being so realistic as to if I was to have powers tomorrow, this is probably what I would go through, especially as like a teenager.
Yeah.
So,
I do like you watch like animes and superhero movies and things, and you see like kids get it, and they obviously struggle to grasp the actual depth of their power, until they like finally get older and understand it. I do like that he is fairly quickly picking stuff up though, because he's not just some like 10-year-old kid that got powers.
He's a teenager that can put things together.
Yeah, like I think he's in like his like senior year of high school or something. And having his dad there obviously helps too. But there's only so much that he's gonna be able to teach you, before you get into your first live situation, and you're gonna have to kind of figure things out from there. So,
GLC in the chat said that's how Green Lanterns are in terms of their training. They have to earn their logos through military training, which I mean, military training, as we saw in Sherry, is no joke. So I can only imagine what Green Lanterns go through.
Another thing that I like about the Viltrumites is that as they get older, they get stronger. That junk is so cool, man. And like, so some dude that's like 50 years older than you, he's a problem.
He'll one shot you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so that's good. We got 2 for 2 here. I should have kept reading the comics when I had the chance.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you still can.
Nah, now that it's a show, I'm just gonna watch the show. I don't know why I went so high pitch there. And they grow porn stashes. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you good? I don't know if we can catch his attention. Yeah, he's good. Cool.
Not to mention, J.K. Simmons is like the greatest pick for the dad
Yeah.
ever. I just love J.K. Simmons. Like, he has got such an amazing
Track
voice
record, man.
and range in acting. Like, he is my absolute favorite Jay Jameson out of anything I've ever seen, heard, or whatever.
I think he is. I think he is Jay Jameson. So
Yes, and then they brought him back in the new one,
Far From Home.
Yes, and I was like, that was the best decision they could have made with this show or with this movie.
I was actually before watching him appear on that movie, I was like, oh, that's right, they never showed him before. So I'm like, oh, thank goodness they picked him again for this.
Yo, he scares me.
The actor or the character? Yeah, he should.
Yo, every time, you know how like sometimes you watch movies and you're like, who did you used to bring? I think you brought up somebody in Game of Thrones.
Ramsey.
That whenever he's on,
when someone's on screen, someone's dying.
Every time he's on screen, I'm just like I'm afraid. I'm legit afraid because I feel like
someone can say
body.
Someone can say the wrong thing and dead.
Yeah. Like I'm not even exaggerating, not in the slightest. Every time that dude is on screen, I don't care who he's talking to. I'm like, just make it through this conversation.
Yeah.
Just make it through the conversation.
You start like yelling in excitement when the scene cuts to something else.
Yeah.
You're like, they made it.
Yeah, thank God.
Oof. His voice is awesome. Whiplash is a good example. Yeah. Kelsey, have you seen Whiplash? I think we keep asking you this every time we talk about J.K. Simmons.
I don't think so.
You should definitely watch Whiplash.
You're coming through kind of buggy.
That's because
Randall's not, but you are.
Yeah, Brian said that earlier. I don't know what it is. If it's my mic or just I don't know what it is. I have no idea.
No, I haven't seen Whiplash.
Let me see.
I'll add it to my list.
I mean, I might sound a little lower now, but we'll see, I guess.
So, knowing what you know about Omni-Man, who do you think will win between him and Superman?
That's a hard...
Him and Superman? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, he has Superman, but it's hard to quantify Omni-Man's power. Well, that depends. Is a Superman unlocked?
Without the mental block.
I think Superman, right? I would say Superman. I think I would go with Superman on that. You pick an Omni-Man? Okay. They're both super fucking strong, so like it's hard to be like, oh, he can hit harder than the other one. Well, they both they break planets.
Yeah, but so, Omni-Man's not gonna go into it with the mental blocks to begin with. He's also not afraid to go over the edge.
E-Man in the chat says that Superman has no real limit, as much as I hate him. I would imagine Superman has it because he can just continue to drain power from the Earth, right? Or not Earth, the sun.
And Omni-Man can destroy that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, would it be a race?
If he was fighting him and he realized that he was getting his power from the sun, he would just destroy the sun.
But then that becomes a circumstance fight. Like, wouldn't Superman take him out in a one punch so he doesn't realize it?
I do not think there's no way in the world he could take him out in one punch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm siding with Superman because, like E-Man says, he doesn't really have a limit. Every time we've seen him on screen, he overcomes it because Superman.
And so far, Nolan doesn't have a limit either.
Exactly. So that's hard to say at this point, I'm gambling.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense because I don't know what their limits are, and if they don't have limits, they could probably take out a galaxy fighting each other. So like, what? I'm dead. I'm gonna be dead by the time they're done. So it's weird. I'm siding with Superman because that's who I know.
The thing about it with me is that whenever like these discussions come up with Superman versus blah blah blah, it's like all they need to do is destroy the sun, and then it's a wrap. Or all the fight needs to do is take place somewhere else other than Earth, and it's a wrap.
But wouldn't it be rage too? Because once Lois died, he became dumb strong. Because he has that rage in him, and that's how Humanus says Dr. Manhattan would fuck them both. Oh,
Yeah.
but isn't he like an entity? Like he's a god, right? Like
To be honest,
If he's
I have
on-
no idea. Like,
'Cause he's
all I know is that
omnipresent,
Dr.
right?
Manhattan is like on the he has like
cosmic
level
powers. So yeah, that's like on another level. I would imagine.
Yeah.
If he can be anywhere in time.
He's like a good fight for him would be like the Surfer. Like they're on the same level.
Because they're cosmic beings, so that would be omnipotent. Thank you. That's what the word is. Sorry. I don't know.
I feel like with what they've shown with Omni-Man, I feel like he is just weaker in
Superman
general.
or Omni-Man?
Omni-Man.
Got it. I don't. It's weird. For me, I'm gambling, and I'm gambling on Superman. I'm betting on Superman because they're both dumb strong, and they get stronger. As I've known Superman from the first time I saw him, he's gotten exponentially stronger. And then from what I hear from what Omni-Man can do, he just gets stronger and stronger. So I don't. They're like the shonen jumps of superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. I don't know. I gotta watch the show, and so that way I can get caught up. And I might just dig into the comics and maybe so I can spot the differences. All right, now we're good to go. We're done. We can move on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian, put it back on. There you go. Ooh, one try. Let's go. It's like we're brothers. We're brothers. All right, we'll bounce back to Randall when he got some other stuff here. Brian, you had a few rounds of chess. Is it chess that she plays? You're muted.
You're still muted.
You're muted.
Got it.
Amateur hour over here.
Shit. So yeah, Queen's Gambit on Netflix. Tell me, is it lit? Does it make you care about chess?
When the show came out,
Yes.
everybody on Twitter just Queen's Gambit, Queen's Gambit, Queen's Gambit. So like, let me wait a bit. So I like the dick writing I'd forget about it and I can watch the show for what it is, right?
Okay.
So boom. I watched the show. I think it was like 9 episodes, almost an hour long each.
That's it? 9? Okay.
I think it's 9.
That's not so
It
bad.
could even be less, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Oh damn! I don't know if that's a good sign or bad sign.
I'm gonna start by saying I like this show.
Lit.
Right? They give characters backstory, and you get attached in some form or another with everyone.
Okay.
It seems like some characters have just a straight pattern, like, oh, they're just gonna do this. But even though you know, like, their tendencies, there's still something like in their past or why they're doing X thing that you're like, I see.
Uh-huh.
The show does. I can't remember any other movie that does this. So, whoever seen Megamind before, where it shows you.
That's a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah, go for
It's one of those movies where they give you a scene that's close to the end of the show, and then they backtrack until you get to that point.
Uncharted
Yeah, you're right. Uncharted 2 does that.
and 3.
Megamind was the first thing. Yeah, but Megamind was the first thing because it was like it's not a game, so that's why I thought of that first.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it shows her, I guess, present time, and she's just the character's a mess.
Oh,
Like she fucking wakes up late, realizes they don't tell you what it is. She gets woken up. Someone walks into her room and she's just in a tub in the dark, and she like wakes up. Oh, I need time to get ready. There's someone in her bed. She pops pills. She pops some alcohol, and she just starts walking down a fancy looking place. And then she sits down. She says, "Sorry, I'm late." Shakes the guy's hand, and then the chess match starts. Right.
uh-huh.
Sounds like a
Then it
typical
back-
Tuesday.
Then it backtracks, and then from her as a kid, what happens? To sum up the character, her name's Beth Harmon, right?
Okay.
She's an orphan. Something happens to her mother, and she ends up at an orphanage. She's there for a while. She makes friends with like a couple kids, and she goes to. It's back in the day. It's like in the 60s, like back in the day. It's not present day.
Okay.
The show. She apparently really smart. She finishes the test, and then the teacher's like, "Oh, we'll go clean the erasers that they use for the
For the
chalkboard."
chalkboard, yeah.
So she goes, cleans that shit. She sees the janitor is just staring at a desk with designs on it.
Okay.
He's playing chess by himself.
Got
So
it.
she notices that, and then leaves. The next day, basically the same thing. Goes back,
Come on, sweetie.
and then slowly starts to learn chess from
Oh,
the janitor.
as in they
Turns out
play
she's basically
they play each other, or she just watches his moves and stuff.
he teaches her.
Got it. Go
Like,
for it.
They play. Cut to she's learning. She's apparently a prodigy, and then the rest of the show. With that being a W, many L's in her life.
Oof. And they're not afraid to show it. Like, is it like heartbreaking L's, like where you're watching and you're like, oh, she's probably gonna win this match, and then she gets fucked.
So this, I'm gonna answer that, and then I'm gonna go into a complaint.
Got it.
The L's are like outside of chess. There's L's
Oh,
in chess, but it's mostly like
life, just life.
her life.
Mhm.
There's L's in chess, but it's not even like a big complaint or like a negative for the show. It's more of like a critique or something I wanted.
Okay.
So when it comes to sports or anything that's not usually like the typical shonens or whatever, anime makes anything over the top. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Right?
But in a cool, exciting way, or like you're literally confused.
And anime does.
Got
that.
it.
So like, think of boxing animes. Think of the sports.
You don't gotta
anime
tell
that
me.
you
I'm
see.
watching Hajime no Ippo. Where
Yeah,
was I for this?
I've
You
seen
know?
bits and pieces of it because a friend of mine loves this show.
Well, I'll talk about it
From
when we
what
finish
I've
the
seen,
season.
what I've seen, I enjoyed it.
No, that shit is
You
beyond
think of that? You
enjoyable.
think of megalo boxing?
Oh, facts.
They're
Let me hit you
over
with
the
that.
top, like things that people can do. So like boxing is something you can do in real life,
Uh-huh.
but they make it so intense and they go about explaining everything so that when you see it happen, you're like, oh, that's this. So they kind of teach you on the sport while making it wild.
Yeah.
Right. This doesn't do it. This doesn't do that.
So
Chess
you
is the.
so you have to go in there.
Chess.
You have to go in there knowing chess. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
They'll say words and stuff. The chess part.
I'll say,
The chess part.
words and stuff.
I was gonna continue that train of thought, but I cut to something else. That was a good spot.
Can somebody clip that?
I clipped it.
Season 2 of Megalobox is God Tier that came out.
It's not out yet. Nomad?
That's what I'm.
Nomad's not
I'm
out
trying to
yet.
figure out- I'm trying to figure out what show she's talking about.
Unless he has early access to the second season.
Or the book, I guess, or whatever.
Oh, maybe the book. Okay, because the anime Nomad has not out yet.
So I guess back to they use chess phrasing and like terms, and they kind of explain some of the basic stuff. But when it comes to matches, the chess is never really the forefront.
Got it.
It's a show about chess that focuses on
The
outside
character.
stuff.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I wish they made an anime like, yo, what is she doing here? Well, as you can see, she fucking rook to b5, and then
Mhm.
what?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like,
I
you'll
get that,
hear them
'cause,
call out plays like, oh, she's running a close Sicilian. But we're like, what the fuck is that? Like, they don't tell you what it is, but she's saying these things.
Oh, that's just, so. Yeah, so the audience needs to be educated in chess to appreciate the chess scenes.
Yeah.
Ugh,
And
it.
And in the games, it's not always like you sit there for the whole game. Sometimes you see them go move pieces, and you don't see the pieces on the camera. It's just focused on the people. Or sometimes you'll see them, and then it cuts to the match is over.
Oh, okay. So it's not. This definitely not focused on the game.
Yeah, that's my biggest complaint. I wish anime that shit.
Yeah, I
Is
know what you
wanted
mean.
them to do.
Like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a card game, but fuck you. Did you learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Watching that show?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Whenever you,
I mean, I did. I don't
whenever
know about you guys.
Whenever you saw Baby Dragon and you heard Joey go "Time Wizard," you know that he can either lose or that's turning into an Elder Dragon. And you're like, this is his dueling career on the line,
Yeah.
and he's betting it on a Time Wizard.
Yeah, Time Wizard.
The show's. Besides that, I enjoyed the show. The ending, I get it, but I'm like, oh, like I don't know if there's a second season or not.
That was gonna be my follow up question when you said that you get it. I'm like, is it like a bow? Like we're done here, or is it?
It makes sense because it's like a okay, now what ending, and the way
Got it.
the discussions and things that you hear about in the show. Like at first you're like, oh, okay, that's the end, but then I was thinking about, oh, it makes sense because
Reasons,
yeah,
plot reasons. Okay, that makes
Um,
you don't have to spoil it.
yeah.
But was
I
it a
enjoyed it.
satisfying one though? I guess the end. Did everything neat in that season where you're like, got it, arc is complete, we're good to go.
They complete their arcs, but the ending was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like fucking.
It wasn't a letdown, but you weren't backflipping in your
Yeah,
toilet.
It wasn't.
Got it.
Yeah, I didn't shit upward out of my mouth
Got
or
it.
anything like that.
Some
And it
shows
Why
make you do
not?
that.
And it wasn't like Mass Effect 3 original ending or Destiny where I didn't even know I beat the game. Like I know I finished the show.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
So I recommend it if you're expecting to learn chess very passionate way and over dramatized way.
An over
This
dramatic way.
isn't that. This is more of like it's tell you a story about people who focus on chess. That's basically what it is.
Got it. Okay. I was curious to watch the show, and it fell by through the wayside, and I haven't watched it yet. Ooh.
Shira said this season 2's on Funimation right now.
3 episodes.
Oh, so it's airing? Is he fucking lying to us? And he works for Funimation. This is his way of getting us to his fucking website. I'm checking it now. Are you kidding?
He says it's even better than season 1. Godfather 2 to Godfather.
All right, so I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna ask him a question. Rush. Is it in English or is it Japanese first? Is my first question. And 2 is more of a demand than an actual question.
Oh
I
my
need you
god,
to-
he's
when season 2's done. When season 2's done, Shira, message Kelsey or me somehow and let me know so I can binge it.
It's Japanese, Brian. It's not dubbed.
All right, so don't tell me when the dub is out, and then I will binge it.
Sorry,
You
Brian.
don't
I love the dub, but this show I gotta watch.
The dub voices they're too good.
Oh shit!
How many episodes is it supposed to be?
I don't know, but there's 3 out.
How many episodes were in season 1?
I'll tell you right now.
It's
13.
heavy focus on Latino culture this season.
Yeah, because they're named in Spanish. The names of the episodes are Spanish. Los fantasmas tarean un requiem.
I mean, I'm glad. I like the way that they dealt with other languages and stuff. Because when he's doing the boxing and that one, the spider guy, Araña or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
he actually spoke Spanish, and it wasn't like with fucking what's his name, the guy that plays Vega in Mass Effect,
Oh,
who doesn't speak fucking Spanish.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Oh
it
my
was
god, I couldn't
Freddie
believe.
Prinze Jr.?
Yes.
in Mass Effect played a Hispanic guy. Yeah, it wasn't great.
It wasn't pretty at
It
all.
wasn't,
It was
yeah.
awful.
It wasn't
Every
great.
time he talked, I like died a little inside.
It just sounded like a man trying to sound Hispanic, and it didn't sound natural.
Yeah.
That's that. Oh man, that's great news. Can we get some rocks in the chat for fucking Shy Rush? I didn't know it was out. Let's go. I'm hyped now. I got shit to watch,
Well,
bro.
I'm waiting
I'm gonna wait
until
until all the
dub.
episodes.
Oh, you gonna binge it?
Yeah.
Nah, I think I gotta.
Wait, Randall, you watched sub or dub?
He's thinking.
I'm not thinking.
Oh.
I thought everybody knows.
Oh yeah, he watches everything
Oh,
subbed.
Yeah. I always
So when
watch sub.
When I told him to watch in English, he
I
said,
did.
"Fuck you, Brian."
No, I
It's dub
tried it.
then.
No,
And
I
and
tried.
prefer the sub.
Can I talk?
Well, I'm asking questions. I need answers to the questions I'm asking you.
So, I tried your way, and then I tried Japanese way, and I always prefer Japanese. So I continue watching the Japanese.
We got Krillin in the.
Hold on. You can read Chris. That's his name. His name is Chris. You can read it after this. Did you watch Cowboy Bebop in English or Japanese?
Japanese.
Don't
He's
talk
dead.
to me about
Yeah,
anime
you're
ever
dead.
again.
You're dead.
I mean, I did watch both. I watched them in both English and Japanese.
But you watched it first in Japanese.
But you said
Yeah.
Japanese. You said Japanese
Because that's
out loud though. So
because that's when I saw it first in Japanese.
It comes out in Japanese first,
Yeah.
especially back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Dubbed came out years
on
after.
VHS. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
Kristen says, which one of you two were more annoying to your parents as a child? Myself, I think.
see,
Yeah, I think it's me. I had to come in and ask. Why did he ask you and you said me? Yeah, it's
I
most.
said you,
It's
and then I told him to ask you.
yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie on here. Are you kidding me? So I don't know what it is, but these types of anime are usually good in both. Yeah, like Brandon, you're gonna love freaking Ippo. It's New York like New York
I'm not gonna-
accents.
Nella was watching with Chris in Japanese.
You're missing out. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the dubbed one with everyone sounding like New Yorkers and stuff, and it's like you gotta hit him harder, kid. It's great. It's fucking great. This was brought up in a voice chat with Brian and I was shocked that you were more annoying than him. What? So Brian, that's a low key slap in the face what he just said out loud.
I'll take it.
I'd whip it
Can
out
you
and slap
repeat
him
it
with
for
it.
the audience to hear again?
He said, this was brought up in voice chat with Brian and I. I was shocked that you were more annoying than him. That's messed up.
Man, even with him saying it, it's so hard to believe. It's really not.
What is wrong with them? Have they watched any of my streams?
Guys, think about any podcast episode you've seen. You should have. That's the OnlyFans preview. That's the one free thing that's out before you get into the content.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're talking about. If you've watched any of my streams, you should know I'm more annoying than any of these guys combined. What, Kelsey? What, you got the title? No, not even close. The fuck got me fucked up, bro. I'm about to rip my chair. Also watched the first part of Ebo dubbed because it's a treat. I'm telling you, man. The New Yorker thing, they're doing the road work.
It's so bad, it's good. That's what he said.
No, man, come on. And then
does sound over the top.
Man, I know it just sounds right.
That's the same thing with JoJo. I was like, oh, let me give the English one a chance. Before it cut to fucking Dio's dad,
Yeah.
I switched to Japanese immediately.
Damn it, no. For me, I loved it because it sounds like part of that time. REO Speedwagon going, Jonathan Joestar. Like, because it's back in those, like, how long ago was that take place?
Like,
I don't
you
fucking
talking
know.
about like in the 50s in our time, or are you talking about in the show?
In the show. I forgot. Nella says there's an episode with a black dude. Yeah, he's a military man. And it's racist. How's it racist? He just has a deep voice. And he sounds a little southern.
Probably the southern parts what makes
It's not. It doesn't sound like unbelievably stereotypical. Stereotypical and racist is two different things. Like I can make an Asian impression right now, and that would be racist. You don't want that right now. But then stereotypical, there's different. He sounds slow, but was his punches slow? No. See, it's fine. It's fine. That man gave people a fucking work down though. Anyway, you got to watch that show, Brian. That boxing show's ridiculous.
I've seen bits of it, so I might watch the rest of it. But from what I saw, I enjoyed. My favorite character, I don't know if you've seen yet, because I don't know when he gets shown. I just started watching with him, and he was there, so I don't know when they introduced that character.
It's not fine. You should rewatch that episode. I saw it. It was fine. It was
Is
completely.
it better than Megalobox?
No, it's a very. I like it a lot because it's very nostalgic. It's very 90s anime, like it's old animation and stuff. They add random Hispanic music in some of the like salsa when like a person wins and stuff. It's so weird. Nobody there's Hispanic.
So Bleach.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, like it's the kid is like you root from the entire way because he's just like a regular kid. He takes up boxing, and I mean I review when I finish it, but man, it's awesome. Have you seen the other parts? The last episode I saw, no, I guess without spoilers, is he's fighting in the finals of the rookie tournament.
Yeah, he's saying this like I guess the way Naruto does it with Shippuden and regular. I mean, they're both a waste of time, but I think he's saying that new challenger, like which thing?
Then probably
As in
Challenger.
Naruto's is a waste of time, not Ippo. You can make that.
I think
clear.
it's Challenger than the first one. He's still in the rookie tournament, and my boy, I guess spoilers now. My favorite character didn't win the match he needed to win, so I was sad.
Who's your favorite character?
I can't tell you that because I can't tell you. It's a spoiler. But yeah, that was heartbreaking. That's Ippo the Fighting. Oh, okay. So that's what I'm watching. Sorry, I haven't seen the others then, but I'm working through it. Anyway, how did we get here? Fucking Vulcan L.
Oh, because
Vulcan Paiky. Yeah, Megalobox.
Because Shyrush.
Shyrush over here throwing us on a fucking tangent. Kelsey paid him for this. He literally like, hey, just make up some bullshit and then make up a fake web page with like video episodes on it.
He's my go-to guy for
anime.
Yeah.
Got
Like
it.
if you guys don't want to watch like, the typical superhero anime or something, if you want to watch like a
Some deep
sports anime,
cuts.
that he's got some great recommendations.
Well, right now I'm working through. I'm working through My Hero Academia every week. This Ippo show, Jujutsu Kaisen finished airing, so we're waiting on next season, obviously. And then now that I know Megalobox has a second season, I'm not gonna wait for it to binge. I'm gonna see if I can watch it as soon as I can. That's insane. There's out, huh?
I'm waiting for the English.
Are you binging?
Oh yeah, like Chris said, I keep recommending Anthony, but he just keeps putting it off for other shit. ReZero you might like because it has to do with Groundhog Day kind of stuff, and it's very narrative based.
That's what I can add that.
Shira,
I mean, when I
speaking
can.
of boxing, did you guys see that Jake Paul fight?
Yeah,
No, I did not.
we saw the whole event in Discord together, and
It was. We watched it too. The whole thing was just a fucking shit show.
He get his ass beat.
No, he knocked out. They called the fight in the first round, like 30 or 45 seconds in or something. He got a punch in on Askren, and Askren went down. And then the ref called the fight, saying that he had a concussion, but it didn't seem like he had a concussion, at least from watching. But the whole thing was just a fucking shit show.
Does he even know how to like fight? Like, does he have any like actual like boxing expertise, or is he out there just wailing like a brawler, like a bar fight?
Paul or Askren?
Paul.
First of all, Ben Askren is an MMA fighter.
Not talking about Paul.
Is a wrestler. He only had like 2 months of training to be a boxer. Jake Paul has been training to be a boxer the last, I don't know, 2 years
2
or
weeks?
something.
Oh.
No, he's actually been training to be a boxer. But everybody, so he fought KSI. He fought some like NBA player, and then now an MMA player or an MMA fighter who is not a striker whatsoever. He is a wrestler. And I think he's won them all. But the whole like everything from start to finish for the Jake Paul fight was just ridiculous. They had Steve Urkel on there promoting his new weed strand called Purple Urkel, and he and Snoop Dogg were just smoking left and right. They had like Snoop, Ice Cube, Doja Cat, Cardi B, and then a couple. Justin Bieber was there for some reason, and they were like doing concerts. Oh, what was Justin? What was the?
Hold on. This is a fight night. What are these people doing?
There were only like 3 boxing matches. There was a slap boxing match.
With who?
Seriously, the whole thing was just literally somebody got stoned out of their fucking mind. We're like, yo, it'd be a great idea. Let's have a concert, and then in between some of the concert sets, we'll have a boxing match, and then we'll also throw some other stuff in there like slap boxing. Like it started off with the Black Keys.
Oh, that's a good band.
Yeah, the Black Keys. And it wasn't like, oh, they sang a couple of songs and then somebody else came out. No, they had like 20 minutes of songs that they just sat there and played.
So they just ran a set, like a regular gig, and then it's a fight. Who does that?
It was literally concert, forgettable fight, concert, a drugged Oscar de la Hoya meeting to the point where I was making a joke. I genuinely thought he was going to take his jacket off and run in the ring.
Yeah, this was on pay-per-view too. People paid for this.
Well, then there you go. People paid to go see the concerts. Then they didn't care about the fight.
Basically,
Also, I don't know if it was an off day, but Justin Bieber, where's your singing voice? This man was fucking voice cracking throughout the whole
Oh
performance.
no, he was probably drinking the entire night.
Anthony.
I don't know that he was drinking.
He did,
I think he was doing something else.
he did Peaches without Giveon or Daniel Caesar.
By himself? Oof. I mean, they all got paid. I'm sure they got a cut of that fucking pay-per-view money.
It was
Yeah, no,
fucking awful.
His stage presence was awful. He was just doing windmills basically with his arms.
Watching him, I had it muted when he came up, and he's up there just like he's screaming into the microphone and then sort of like tripping forward for like 3 minutes straight while he's dancing and singing.
Oh, then he was under something. He was some sort of influence then. I mean, he was either lit as fuck off the Henny, or it was snowing. So one of the two. That's messed up. All right. Well, I thought Jake Paul was gonna get his ass beat.
We were hoping.
Oh well.
I figured it'd go either way, but just for the sake of Ben Askren, I was hoping he just got one W, and that was not the case.
I wasn't expecting Askren to win, but I was expecting him to at least go a couple of rounds.
How did we get here?
I just want to know how long it's going to take before Jake actually fights a boxer. He fought basically a wrestler that got into MMA. He fought Nate Robinson.
Yo,
And then who else? I don't remember who he fought. Another YouTuber. When is he actually going to fight a boxer so you can see if he's actually good?
let's get Ebo in there, bro.
Oh shit!
Ebo will fucking wax that kid. He's an infighter. I'm learning stuff.
Yeah, he's pulling a fucking Floyd Mayweather. He's just fighting people that have no business fighting him.
Jake Paul ain't fighting nobody that can beat him. And then Deji. Who's Deji?
The first boxing match, it was like I don't even know how this fight came to be, because the first match was like an actual boxer versus some random guy, and it would be, and the size difference between the two of them would be like me fighting Bryant. Okay, like
Hey, Brian can wrestle. We saw him take down Ignacio.
like it's just the weight difference between the two guys was absolutely insane. And then there was the slap boxing tournament that happened where they went back and forth like 2 or 3 times, and then the one guy just knocked the fuck out of the other guy, like hit him, slapped like clean across the face, and the dude just hit the ground.
Oh, then he probably palmed his chin and knocked him out. That's insane. E-Man in the chat said if Brian and Kelsey fought, it turned into sex. E-Man said if Brian and Kelsey fought each other, it would turn into sex.
Yeah. We're fighting to get the clothes off.
I wrote that it can just start that way if you want.
Yeah. I don't know I forgot how we got here already, but
So yeah, Queen's Gambit's pretty good.
Yeah, Queen's Gambit. Tell me, do you recommend it? Why can't I jump after Konzetsu? Not Googling.
I'm trying to Google it because I feel like it's gonna be like braiding your hair and then taking it in the ass or something weird. I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, there's a porn channel on it, so that's weird. I'm not gonna click on any of these links. I don't know what it is. One of them said hentai in the description, so we're gonna move on. It's probably like a fan-made thing. What are we talking about?
Queen's Gambit.
Recommend? Yeah, thank you.
It's not like game of the year like people were saying it was when it came out, but I mean, it's entertaining.
It's one of ABA attacks. What the fuck did you search? ABBA. I literally just typed in Konzetsu, and like the 7th link down, it was a Pornhub link.
It just kept showing me like a skeleton with a horn.
I also don't have safe search on purpose.
It's cracked. Bro, he fucks.
The hand. All right, we're moving on. Oh shit! All right, so Randall, we're back to you since you decimated the last 2 weeks, juicing it up.
He's just watching everything in
Yeah,
2021.
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna his arguments for what's making it on our top 10 list. He's gonna have all the bullets, all the rounds. He's gonna be like, "Yo, I saw 27 things just last month." So I think I have a right to say what's gonna be on our list. Oh man! So tell me about Cosmo Bowl.
Ball.
I can't read Cosmo Bowl.
It's
Ball.
Oh, I'm gonna try it a third time.
Cosmo Ball.
Cosmo Ball.
It's I watched this movie for eye candy because it's a CG movie.
Okay, I'm like,
I thought
who's
you
in
were
it?
Just like hits out.
Yeah, I'm like, Randall. It's not 12 yet.
Okay. So it has a lot of CG in it, but it's live action. I'm trying to remember what it's about. It was so like a while ago that I watched it. I can't remember.
An enormous spaceship hovers over Earth. This is a stadium which hosts sports events that resemble soccer, but at mind-boggling speeds.
Oh, snap.
The name of the game is Cosmo Ball.
So like it's
Bowl.
basically a confrontation between
Earth and aliens.
teacher and apprentice.
Oh.
And the apprentice is like they're both scientists, and the apprentice is being held captive a location on the planet, and it's really weird, man. So basically they have him in this like prison or whatever, but he still has the ability to work on like some of his science stuff, and he makes these little balls of energy,
Okay.
and these little balls of energy, if they're not dealt with, can be like they can destroy the planet.
They're volatile. Like they could. Oh, yeah. Destroy a planet. Okay,
Yeah.
that's.
So to mask what he's doing, they take the ball and they turned it into like a sport, which is called Cosmo Ball. And basically, if you're a human being, or I'm not sure if it's like specific. No, it's not specifically human because there's other teams. So if you grow up and you have the ability to teleport,
Oh, you don't just run past that. As a human being, you can just learn to teleport. That's what the lore is here.
well, it's not just human beings. It's whatever species.
Got it. Go for it. Okay, I thought. Okay,
So
Wait. Hold on. We're not gonna brush over that. There's dogs that teleport.
dogs. There might be a dog species, that can teleport.
Maybe
It doesn't matter what species it is. It's like if you grow, it's kind of like having mutant powers. Like some people have them, some people don't.
Okay.
So if you grow up and one day you discover that you can teleport, then you are eligible to play in the Cosmo Ball.
Yo, what if teleportation worked in a way where like you thought of a place and you went there, but you just happened to be like in a conversation
I'm
with
not going to tell you how many conversations I've had with myself alone on how teleportation works, because I often wonder, is it like you think of a place to go and then when you blink your eyes you're there, or do you see yourself travel to that location really fast?
Well, I'm thinking like something like an accident. Like if it's like
I'm hoping that like when you think of where to go, really quickly someone spawns and knocks you the fuck out and takes you there and then wakes you up.
That's a really funny way of doing it. But I'm thinking if we go with I was thinking the part of you think about it and then you're there. So what if you accidentally think of a place? Like you're riffing with
it's like a muscle. That at least that's the way they explain mutant powers or any powers anyway. They say it's like a muscle. So any muscle that you train, you learn the ability to control it.
Okay.
So it's not like a random thought and then all of a sudden you're there. It's like you have the ability to control the thought and make yourself go there.
Okay, so what I'm trying to build up to here. So you know how I always make jokes of like getting in people's asses? Like what if I
actually means that you
would I get in their ass immediately or
Anthony, I was gonna say that the asshole is the portal of the body.
Oh.
Well,
But even worse, like what if you?
It depends because so like in Jumper, and also with Nightcrawler. No, so Nightcrawler and Jumper is 2 different. So with Jumper,
I thought Nightcrawler has to have to have been
Jumper
there.
Nightcrawler has to be able to see where he's going in order to teleport to that place. So like he can't teleport to a room if he can't see what's in the room.
Right.
That's not true.
Nightcrawler?
He has to be
Yeah.
able. When
He does it. He does it in one of the movies. He teleports into the What's the thing that the professor
Cerebro?
puts on his head? Yeah, he teleports into Cerebro.
The room, not the
without
machine.
being able to see in there.
Yeah, but you remember just before he did it, he said that he's afraid to do it because he might end up in the wall. So it's not saying that he can't do it. He doesn't want to do it because he has no control over it. So when they did that, it was a 1 in a million shot.
Yeah, like he could have been.
He could have killed all of them.
He could have been in their asses.
Yeah,
got it.
So the way he uses it is like he has to be able to see where he's teleporting to, which is like when he had that whole scene in the Oval Office. He didn't attack the guys into the office until he knocked one of them through the door, and then that's when he started teleporting in the room. Then there's like Jumper, where like he can only teleport to a place he's been before.
Yeah, so he has to travel at first.
Yeah,
I thought he had to have like a mental image of it, like a picture.
It says Nightcrawler will not teleport into any place that he cannot see or has not seen in the past. So yeah, he has to see it.
Yeah.
In some way, I guess. And then they also say that it's limited by distance, apparently.
Yeah. So like in Jumper,
he can go around the world.
He had to have been there in order to tell. So like the first place he teleported in the movie was the library because he was drowning. And then he remembered the library, and the first place he teleported to was the library. So at that point, he can no matter where he's at on planet, he can teleport to that library because he's been there before. So I used to always wonder when I teleport, is it like blinking my eyes and then when I open my eyes, I'm there? Or is it like some sort of wormhole that you see yourself go through like at light speed? Like you see yourself passing over everything, but it's so fast and then you're just there.
I always thought teleporter was a flash thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a speed thing. Like you go so fast it looks like you're teleporting.
But that's the thing, like how do you... Go ahead.
I feel like it works like God of War, where you just go to some plane in between where you are and where you're trying to go, and then you go through.
Like a space,
like
a
what the
subway.
Do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you?
Where they? What?
I don't. But what about people who teleport really quickly? Unless you're saying that going through that little medium is time is affected differently.
Yeah. So like as soon as I go in, well, I mean I don't know, it depends because teleporting like Nightcrawler is like that.
Yeah.
So like time for like he can leave and be like, oh shit, where the hell did he go? But
that's what happened with the. That's what happened with the dwarves. They don't teleport, but when they step between realms, they can kind of go anywhere they want to. Like, what is it? When he's on the bridge to hell.
Oh.
One of the blue dwarf comes out and goes, "Hey, give me those, and I'll upgrade them." And he goes, "Shit, I left my tools back at the shop." And then he just. And he's like, "Okay, here you go." And like it literally was like couple seconds later that he shows back up.
So it depends on the tech. Like if you're not using portals if you're not using tangible portals, I think teleportation is just moving quickly.
So that would be more closer to the wormhole thing.
I think so. I think because when in Jumper they always say like, oh, you can use his jumping point because he leaves residue or I forgot the lingo they use, but I think that's them using. Jumper? Yeah, and Jumper when they leave something behind,
it's
right?
Like a tear in time or something. It's like a scar or a tear, something like that, whatever. But only a jumper can go through it. Not a regular person.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, they go, yeah, it's a tear. He even says it. Yeah, he confirms a tear. So that's what I'm saying. That when it's not using a tear or something that's jumping in between, for me, I perceive teleportation as quick. Like you're moving so quickly, it looks like you're teleporting.
But how do you think it looks to the person that's doing the teleporting?
Everything's slowed down. Like the scene when fucking what's his name holding.
But if you teleport from here to the other side of the earth, then how would that look?
Everything is in slow motion as you're running on water because it's solid mass and nothing's moving.
Oh, I've never thought of it as running.
Like, or
I've
moving
always thought of
quickly.
it as like you blink and then you're at the location.
That's what he's saying. But
I
I'm
thought-
just saying how I perceive it.
So
Because
I thought
unless there's like a portal, that's the only way that would make sense for me for you who was traveling to experience instant.
so. Like the way
Otherwise, you would need to move there.
the way they explain it in science is like when you teleport, you're not actually moving. Like you're not translating in space. You're like bending. You're bending time.
Back.
It's like two fixed points and you're bending time and you go through that portal.
Okay.
And that's like how you get to another location.
Well, you're mentioning portal again.
Yeah.
Is
So,
it
I mean, 'cause
always a portal?
That's basically what you're doing. Whether you're like your body's breaking down molecularly or you're going through something, it's still like a portal.
Oh, I don't know. It's always been weird to me. If they're not using like a visible portal, I always think of it as like he just moves so quickly that it's just like whoa.
I can only see Randall through your stream and it's delayed. Like if I'm not listening to him, but I'm seeing him explain it, it looks like he's just pointing about going into someone's ass. He was doing this and he went.
But I mean, that's what I was asking earlier. So I don't want to actually be like goofing around saying, "Oh, somebody's ass," and then I picture it and I go inside of them, and then tear their ass apart.
That could happen if you develop the ability and don't know how to control it. Like when it first happens.
Mhm.
If for whatever, I don't know why you want to think of that, but I'm thinking that if I just discovered that I could teleport, I would be very careful about what I think about.
But that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't know that you discovered it until you transfer. So
so you're saying like your first teleport is in somebody's behind?
and someone's ass, and then just they rip apart because I'm inside it and I just break them apart.
That means that you would have been thinking about somebody's behind.
And I'm a pervert, so. Noah Trey in the chat says the way it's explained in DBZ is Goku changes his matter to light and travels like that. Each teleporter has their own explanation. Oh, that makes sense too.
That's kind of how I felt about it.
Like they just turn into like actual light and then they move at the speed of light.
But
I
you
wasn't
see
thinking
yourself
light,
traveling though.
Yeah, because if he's
No,
saying
because it's literally like blinking. You literally, you blink and you're from one point to the other. Why
Well,
would
he's-
you see yourself traveling?
well, because like he's saying, if you're traveling at the speed of light, you're still traveling.
Yeah,
So even at the speed of light, everything around you slowed down.
yeah.
So even if you turn to light and you travel at the speed of light, everything else is still going dumb slow.
It's still a
It's still
translation in
moving.
time. Yeah.
And whether or not you perceive it, I guess it would be a blink. But I don't
My
know.
thing is that if this is what I don't like about the whole blink thing. Because if you blink, that means you don't necessarily know where you're going.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you close your eyes and then start traveling, you can't see anything.
But there are people like Nightcrawler or whoever who teleport and they teleport exactly where they want to be.
Yeah.
It's not like they took the Star Trek thing and they're like beam me up and then they beam somewhere. It's like this isn't exactly where we were supposed to be beamed at, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
But to be fair though, we only see Nightcrawler after he knows how to use it.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a show. What is that show with Sarah Paulson in it? It's witches and all that bullshit. There's multiple seasons. American Horror Story. Someone was teleporting. The first thing they did was teleport into a spiked gate.
Oh, that's an anthology. Like each season's like a different story or something.
Yeah, it's like the witch season or something.
Okay. Nightcrawler's teleport is special. It's different. Okay. It's just fascinating to start trying to put science into magic, I guess would be the term. I mean, magic's just undiscovered science, right?
But the way I want to
Or
teleport, is
unexplained science.
I want part of my body to be made into a gun. Right.
Here we
And
go.
when I shoot, wherever the bullet hits, I'm where the bullet was.
So the Naruto
Who
thing.
fired the gun though?
Yeah, the Sasuke,
Not
or,
Naruto's dad.
Naruto's dad.
It's his
Yeah.
dad. I wanted like that, but with a gun.
Okay. Why?
But who fired the gun?
Him. He said he fires the gun and
So you're the gun and the bullet?
No, he has a part of him that's a gun. And when he fires his gun hand or whatever, or his gun penis, I'd put it in my penis. And then you fire the rounds full of men. When it hits a person, he teleports, just like the dad. Naruto's
So
dad.
wait, does it have to make contact before he can teleport?
Good question.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what if
But
you
if you
miss your
think about it-
target?
See, but this is the thing.
He's saying it's
This is
optional.
This is the crazy part, though. When a bullet's moving, it's always touching something because it matters everywhere.
Oh, okay. So you can just at any time. So like the air right before him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can be anywhere.
Okay.
Can you elaborate on the scene on Naruto with the substitution jutsu? All right, so peep this. Example, Zabuza versus Kakashi, pink-haired slut, Sasuke, and Naruto, right?
I thought you were talking about Sasuke when you said pink hair
Sasuke,
slut.
big-ass kunai, right? Through that shit. Zabuza's like, bitch, it was Naruto as the fucking, the kunai.
The kunai is lit. Or
That's the
shuriken.
best scene
I
in
thought
the
it was a
show, to be
shuriken.
honest with you. It's one of them, Anthony.
It is a shuriken.
Yes.
Giant star.
It's one of them.
I could have remembered.
No
Could have
problem.
sworn. Okay.
Queen Gambit, I would say you could watch it. I would
Nice.
say it's pretty
We're
easy to
not
watch.
talking about Cosmo Ball, Brian. We were past that.
But that was a joke.
So now that we've learned about teleportation, the movie about teleportation.
I love. Sorry, real quick. I love this podcast because it describes what my wife would say about my thought process, where we start like in one spot and then we just kind of drift off. One of Abuela stories.
Yeah.
There's like 93 different spider webs and stories and shit.
All connected by rice. That's how started the series of stories is rice, and then she'll hit you with 37 fucking stories. Go for it, random. So when you get, I think that's where you left off.
When you get your, if you get the ability to if you get the ability to teleport, you become eligible to participate in the Cosmo Ball, and it's set up of I think of teams of 5.
Okay.
And so that energy ball is, I think they described it as like a nuclear. Did they say nuclear?
It's gonna be more than that if it can take out a planet when it explodes.
I forget what's the word they used. I can't remember. It was a word they used to describe how powerful it is. It's actually a great, huh?
What?
I thought you said something.
Yeah, I thought he said something.
No.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Fucking
guy.
So they use the ball to play in the sport, and basically you have to hit the ball 3 times. I think it's 3 times before you can defuse it. It's really
what
weird.
The hell? That's some weird rule.
It's weird. So it's like they kick the ball. Okay, all right. So the ball is like flying around or whatever, and you have to kick the ball. But this is why it's important that you can teleport, because upon kicking the ball explodes. Like it like an explosion, like a radiation or something like that. I can't think of the word that they use. But anyway,
but doesn't it explode planets? Like how far can you teleport?
It's not. That's the whole reason why they're doing it, because every time they hit it, it nullifies it. It makes it weaker.
I understand. Okay.
So, but the thing is, you have to be able to teleport, because when you kick the ball, it explodes, and you got to be able to teleport away from it.
Like a small explosion.
Yeah.
Like a contact explosion.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to clap right on the mic.
So, each team is trying to kick the ball to the point where this gate opens up, and the last person to kick it in, it hits this barrier, and it like completely nullifies it to the point where it turns back into a rock, like a coal rock.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it drops down, and then
they
get a point from that.
Gotcha.
And then they find out later on what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the bad guy escapes, and it's just basically him trying to destroy everything
with those weapons.
Yeah,
which are now weapons, I guess.
Yeah, he had this whole grand scheme that he's been cooking up, and then he gets out, and then he starts to put that in motion, and it's just basically like the teams are now fighting together to stop him and his balls of energy and all that stuff like that. It's like I said, I watched
some porn.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, the original reason why I watched it was because of the heavy CG. Like I just wanted to.
Is it all is all rendered? Like is it a 3D animated movie, or is it live action?
It's live action people, but a lot of the environment and everything that they interact with is CG.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like a low budget Avatar, not Airbender, like Blue People.
Yeah, James Cameron.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you. This is the most important one. I'm gonna start with the most important one. Would you rather play Cosmo Ball or Motor Ball?
You know, I thought about that, John.
No, that he didn't think about it. He saw teleporting, and he's playing Cosmo Ball. Get out of here, Randall. Don't even say you love teleporting.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but like, it's not really that fun.
Oh, the game isn't?
Yeah, it's like it's just like a low budget Quidditch.
Oh, so you
without
the flying of the
without
that's
the
more
brooms. So like you're floating around and you're flying around and you're kicking this ball
but you're
like,
teleporting, so it's not.
You're trying to stop the other. It's like soccer in zero gravity.
Oh, I think Motorball wins this then.
Yeah, I think
that sounds a lot like the Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
What's it called? Yeah, the Waka?
Blitzball.
Blitzball. Thank you. Waka was like a player of that or something.
Yeah, Waka was one of the main characters.
I was 100% expecting you to be like, that's kind of like an explained Motorball from Alita back to me.
Snap.
That's what I was fully explaining.
He saw Alita, right? Yeah, you did. We talked about it.
Alita.
Yeah,
That's what I
Motorball
was gonna, that's kind of like from Alita, that game they played. That's what I thought he was going to say. I was going to walk off.
Yeah.
No, the soccer in zero gravity makes me think of Blitzball.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I guess it's not zero gravity, but it acts like it.
Yeah.
I think Motorball is more exciting, even though like you got people trying to take you out.
It's because it's grounded, so you see the momentum and velocity of people like taking sharp turns, going up ramps, fucking passing the ball and stuff.
Now, what would be cool is if you could do that and teleport.
No, that would break the game.
How?
In Motorball, you can just grab the ball and teleport to the end. Especially when you have velocity at your like.
Unless you have like rolls.
I guess
so many feet front.
Because if you have the ability to be on a roll, like on wheels, I guess it's another teleportation conversation. When you teleport, don't you keep that velocity? Like if you're already rolling at this speed and you teleport forward, wouldn't you come out of it going that quickly or no?
But wasn't it like it's like a racetrack? So you can't like. I wouldn't think that you could like teleport from where you're at to the finish line. Like you have to. It would have to be like you have to follow the path.
But the only reason they followed the path
is because the like person. Checkpoints or something. I don't think
I remember the game correctly then, because I thought it was just the person who had the ball was just being chased, and it looked like they were playing in like a skate place.
No, it was like it was a path. It was almost like a racetrack.
Oh, okay.
And they were kicking the ball or whatever the case is, and then the goal would just randomly pop up.
Oh.
And then you had to kick it through.
Oh, then never mind.
Or throw it through.
Then maybe I guess that'll work because you can just teleport ahead of people.
Yeah.
Or try to attack
them. But I mean, like, if the other people could teleport too, so it doesn't...
It's a Dragon Ball Z fight with wheels.
Yeah. And weapons.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh. Go ahead. I was going to ask you the same question. Did you enjoy it?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Sort of.
Okay. So I've been trying to say, but my internet's disrespectful. That's not how Motorball was. There was a path so you can get to the goal. Because remember, it was 2 hoops, and then you would do the fucking get the ball and then do that U-turn. At least when they were younger, and then you go into the hoop. Like you had to go that full way to the hoop.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think the goal, at least in the professional one, I don't think the goal was always visible. I think it like will pop up at a certain time.
At a certain area that you need to go to? I have to rewatch that.
Isn't there going to be another one or no?
I don't remember if they announced a second one, but I mean, it's a Google away.
You're a Google away.
I am. You can find me on OnlyFans, Pornhub. So did you end up liking it a lot, or besides the CG? Or is it just like purely you like what they did with the CG?
Here's the negative part.
Go for it.
The acting was mediocre at best.
Randall, if you see the VelociPastor, I'm sure you'll rewatch what is it? Cosmo Ball and be like, I'm sorry I've ever said anything about your acting.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't want to talk about VelociPastor anymore, but that's the beauty of watching these really bad movies. You're like,
you appreciate that.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, you're right. It could be worse. The movies you're like, oh, the acting was whatever, and then you watch stuff like VelociPastor, you're like, these people should be winning Emmys and Grammys, not Grammys, Oscars.
Yeah, they should be winning fucking Game Awards.
I mean, there's
My
voice
thing is,
performances.
like, when I see stuff like that, the first thing I ask myself is like, who felt like it would be who thought it would be okay to make something like this and be able to go home
The same person that released the Shakira
and sleep at night. Like,
No, those are
how
facts.
could you go home and confidently sleep at night knowing that you released that to the public?
Some people, like, we talking about Cosmo Ball or VelociPastor?
VelociPastor.
Well, because
VelociPastor's made to be bad. Like, it's purposely bad
Yeah.
to be funny.
like when you watch the credits, it's written, directed, and like the same guy. It's a passion project. He just made it. He just wanted to make a movie, and he made a movie. It's for fun.
So it's
like it didn't go through studios or stuff like that. Like,
goal is to be funny.
I mean,
it would. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be any different than if like we had an idea for a movie, and like if I came down there and was like, guys, I have a great idea for a movie, and then I recorded the three of you doing whatever the movie is supposed to be about, and then released it, as like a thing. I mean, it's not.
It's just low budget.
Basically,
like
it's the same mindset as Kung Fury, but the thing is, they just made it prettier.
Yeah, Kung Fury had like CG back behind it, more money behind it. It's just for fun. But if fucking a Universal Pictures came out with something like this, I'd be like, what happened? You know?
I don't know. They've released some stuff.
But
some of the big studios that released things that feel like
Aeon Flux.
Oof, yeah.
I mean, look at Cosmic Sin. That was greenlit and used two huge names.
Yeah, Skull Crusher and Bruce Willis.
I don't understand. It's like you get these big name actors and actresses, and they're like, "Sure, I'll be in it." I have to think. I have to believe that the reason why they're doing this is because of COVID.
No, but this is a rumor I've heard before. But sometimes actors get contracts with certain like studios that they have to be in X amount of movies. Like they'll sign with either like Sony or Universal Pictures and be like, yo, I'm down for like some movies. So when it comes to casting, they'll get a shot at getting in it or something. Rumored, don't know if it's true. I just read it somewhere. So I'm assuming if like I don't even know who made Cosmic Sin or who I guess produced it. Capcom did it. What time? When? They have like Monster Hunter Rise coming out, the new Resident Evil. New Street Fighter characters that Brian does not give a shit about.
There is a new Resident Evil movie coming out.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
Did you see the CG one? I'm looking for
That's what I'm talking about.
the Netflix
it's
one.
When
Claire and
what's his name? The one that I don't like, not Chris.
Leon.
Yeah. And he's like in a suit.
What the hell's wrong with Leon?
He likes Chris.
I'm a Chris person.
There's always a Chris camp and a Leon camp.
Yeah.
But just because you like Chris doesn't mean you have to hate Leon.
I don't like Leon.
He's gonna stick with his guns. He's gonna stick with I don't like Leon, Brian.
Yeah, I guess he just likes people with big ears that punch boulders, I guess.
Sign me up. Can you punch a boulder?
Yeah, it won't move.
Can the boulder punch you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Chris doesn't let it punch you.
I guess I like Chris because he's OG.
What do you mean he's OG?
Isn't Leon's older than him? Wasn't Leon?
Yeah, but in the game, but in the beginning, the first games that came out, we didn't play. Like Leon was nowhere to be found. It was Chris. It was Chris Wesker. Was it Jill?
My name's Jill Valentine, and I'm a member of Stars.
Chris and Jill. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. I've never seen unless you're like, oh, yo, Chris, he's built. That means he's hot. I guess I can understand that, but.
Nah, it was like in the beginning, it was Chris, especially like Cole Veronica. Oh my God. When he
he's
showed
a gorilla with a gun.
Nah, the dude, he got hands and he could shoot.
And Brian proved that he got hands because the first example Brian said was he punching boulders.
That's what I'm saying. He's just a gorilla with a gun.
Gorillas don't punch boulders. Chris does.
Not that you know of.
I've seen every National Geographic video. All right? Every single one of them.
I'm just saying, if I was in Raccoon City and I had to pick somebody to be with, as a partner, I'm going to pick Chris over Leon.
If I'm at that point, I just kill myself. I'm not gonna go through Resident Evil life.
Think about it like
You would
this,
just give up?
right?
You're not going to fight for your survival?
I already lost my survival, Randall.
What are you talking? You're still
Think about it
alive.
like this. Think about it like this. All right. Chris made it through the mission with a partner, and that partner can handle themselves. Leon went to some fucking country he's never been to and saved a president's daughter who did nothing for him. By himself, all I'm saying.
He was not by
Okay,
himself.
and
He was not by himself. He had a man trying to show his penis to him every time he tried to buy something. Let's back the fuck up. It wasn't by himself.
By
We
himself.
got Cock
By
McGee
himself.
out here trying to throw his
Actually-
thangling at him.
Hold on. Hold on. That's not true either. 'Cause
And
wasn't,
Ada.
Ada was there. So I take that whole statement back.
I'll give you one better. Chris actually went toe-to-toe in a hand-to-hand combat with Wesker and beat him.
And you know nobody does anything with West. Shoot
You
him.
can't even...
Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I've beaten Wesker in a fight.
get the fuck out of here, bro.
It happened the other day.
Yeah?
Right across the street.
No.
I did it last week
Yeah.
at Walmart. Charles Wesker came at me, threw hands.
You fucking threw that motherfucker through the ground, didn't you?
Yeah, Charles Wesker, he threw to the ground.
Eman says Leon fought Krauser.
I don't remember who that is.
Wow, I thought you liked Resident Evil.
I mean, if it's like the newer ones, I haven't played any of the new ones.
What's new to you? That's
Eman
new
said
for?
fake fan.
What is that?
Fake fan.
I ain't no fake fan.
Aha!
I never said I was a hardcore Resident Evil. I just I played the last one that I played was
Four?
probably Code Veronica.
Oh. And the rest you just watched people play? Or
Don't you have
I
the
just
original
read
box
up on the
cover?
lore. Huh?
Don't you have the original box cover tattooed on your back?
This guy.
And say
Oh.
no, sir.
that's true. Anywho. What the hell? This is not a we just off the fucking
I don't
rail
know how we
today.
got on Resident
Yeah,
Evil.
what the hell happened? What are we talking about?
It's already 10:20. We
yeah,
still
we still have a bunch
you
of
know
shit.
how much to go.
We still have like 3 things.
I don't recommend the movie.
Okay.
Let's just go with that.
Eman says he likes your shirt.
Thanks.
Okay.
Me too. He looks real pretty.
I mean, for all I know, you do have my stream up. If you don't, then he has a Luke versus a Vader shirt. And it's really like vibrant and colorful.
Definitely be a Sith.
So no.
Wait, hold on. I can't just let him say that.
What did he say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Do you know what it takes to be a Sith? Like,
I am one.
do you like pain?
Yeah.
So
I
you
reinstall Street Fighter almost every year.
no. Like they torture them, man.
I mean, he
I
did
play
play
Sagat-
Mass
I play
Effect
Sagat.
Andromeda.
I play Sagat in Street Fighter. Every year.
He also played the original Witcher.
Yeah, the beta, I played Witcher willingly.
And Andromeda.
Randall, I beat Andromeda.
That means he rolled credits. Without
Do I-
speedrun
am I
tactics.
am I okay with pain? I was born in it.
I mean,
Simply
Brian goes
adopted
one-on-one with me.
Pain.
So like when he 1v1s me in Smash Bros, that's a lot of pain he's going through.
A lot of
You know what I'm
pain.
saying?
His Joker, I can't beat it.
Every time he's like, Anthony, pick Joker, and I'm like, you got it, fam. And I show him my tech. Never played Joker. I never played
You
Joker.
know what? I know this is off topic and we got more stuff to talk about, but this is something that I have to bring up and I need to get you guys' opinion on.
All of us, or just
Every
Okay.
last one of you.
okay?
Okay.
Is it like sexual thing?
No.
Because I'm not hard yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's-
Anyway,
You about to be.
you won't be able to see it. My camera doesn't zoom in that close. So
why is it when a character that's either bad or neutral becomes good gets nerfed?
as in they're not as strong.
Yes.
The same way Goku, because it's like a Saiyan thing. You know how the Saiyans get stronger because of the anger. When they're bad or neutral, they use that anger towards the hero.
I don't know about all that.
No? Okay.
Just think
Well, go
about
ahead.
it. Pure Ryu is stronger than him with the Satsu.
Those are facts. I thought the Satsu one makes him like dumb strong.
Remember, he comes to terms with it, and then he's basically Ultra Instinct.
I don't know, man.
Vegeta, think about it. Vegeta was a villain. And then he's like, this idiot who keeps getting plot armor, I'm trying to beat his ass. And then he's up there.
Okay, then never mind. I'll retract my statement. For me, it makes sense that way, because like, if there's like a villain that's just straight up hate and stuff, he's using that hate to like.
But when he was what was it, Majin?
Majin Vegeta?
Yeah, when he was Majin Vegeta, wasn't he stronger than he normally was?
Yes.
Surprised you're not referencing Zuko at the moment, Anthony.
Oh, Zuko's definitely a good one. I'm really sorry. I have failed my Fire Lord.
Like he's literally a perfect example of this, where he uses his hatred and anger as his fuel for his fire and fire bending, and then kind of realizes that he's a dick, and then he goes to train Aang as a fire master,
and none of his fire were coming out.
Yeah,
nothing was working.
So you're saying that anger is more powerful than skill?
It depends on the lore. Like it made sense for like what Kelsey talked about for Avatar, because I think his uncle also mentioned it. Like the anger emotion fuels the fire, but it's controlled anger, if that makes sense. So once he learned how to control that anger to use it for the fire, then he was back at it.
I feel like overall, it's probably just that it's easier to. It's like like when you pre-order a game, they give you bullshit just because you pre-ordered it, and like it's not great armor, but it's better than what you would get. I feel like that's what anger is. Like, if I go to that, it's easier to get angry, and I guess it's an easier buff. But if you actually learn the right way, you'd probably be better off.
Well, it's also a brash emotion. It's you're literally just kind of out there swinging wildly, not really thinking about anything, and you're just using the adrenaline to do whatever it is that you're doing, versus somebody who's calm and controlled and uses like if you're fighting against somebody who's like super angry, they're just kind of swinging, and if you're calm and controlled and know what you're doing, you obviously have the upper hand in most situations, because you're thinking about what's going on. You're not just throwing fists, throwing hands.
I think that applies in some cases, but not all.
That's
because there are some villains who are clearly not super angry,
that are calm and controlled.
But they're just evil, and they're clearly stronger.
Yeah,
like even with
that's Thanos.
Even with Bucky, when he was the Winter Soldier, he was like
no spoilers. I haven't seen.
No, this has nothing to do with
nothing with the Falcon.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can talk about that for like the Avengers. Like remember when in
Winter Soldier.
You remember how bad he was in?
Oh yeah, he was. Those DQC moments were lit. He was out there.
Afterwards, he's like he got nerfed.
He was just getting a gun, shooting, and if he missed, he gets punched and he falls over. He got a brand new arm in Avengers, and they didn't even use it.
Well, with him, remember, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on anymore, because he was his whole story was washed, and he was a sleeper agent. So
and it's also
if you're living just walking around like, yo, who the fuck am I? Why do you know me? What do I do?
And Brian brings up a good point. He was a sleeper agent. When you're triggered like that, your mind is on a different mode. You're in that mode. So he knew how to do things, like he was just reacting because that's muscle memory. I don't know if muscle memory is the right term for that, but like Jason Bourne,
they gave him a warrior autopilot system.
Yes. So when he was triggered, he was in mission. Get the mission done, get in and get out, and whatever that took. Now he's thinking before acting.
That's similar to what happened to Doomsday. Like Doomsday was super powerful, and then he got a conscious, and then he like lost his power because he wasn't just using the just hate fueled whatever to just do whatever he was doing. He actually thought about stuff in the same way that Superman like has mental blocks and tries not to hurt people and that kind of stuff. Like you're actively thinking about the difference between what you're doing versus just doing it.
Yeah. What's the aftermath of everything you do?
Does that
It is a nerf
Does that
in terms of
overall
strength.
say that a conscience makes you weaker?
Yes. But not in a bad way. It makes you weaker in a way that because you're taking other people. That's like asking you, Randall. Would you blindly swing and start attacking people if it costs like a loved one's life? Yeah, you can blow up a city, but if your parents or someone's in there, you wouldn't do it, right? You have to think of every punch I throw, every explosion, everything. Who is it going to hurt? Who do I have to save? That's why I feel like
ways around it though. So like with Superman, knowing that he's not going to beat someone's ass, he purposely would take Darkseid or Doomsday. He attacked the floor with a Whopper. He attacked the floor.
Can we read this aloud again?
Sorry, even in the chat said he attacked your floor once, and he's referencing when he dropped not my Whopper, his Whopper on my floor. Go for
What
it.
I was gonna say is like there's situations that you can beat your conscience. So like with Superman, whenever he take Doomsday or Darkseid somewhere where no one can get hurt, then it's the same. Like when Goku and he remembers that not everything's about him and he can fight someone somewhere else. And then another example, I guess with the conscience thing is Broly and Kale. How in the Tournament of Power with Kale, she literally eliminated people by yelling and energy coming out.
Yeah. God, that arc was.
She's just swinging at people. So,
I don't know if that answers your question or. I mean, they do get nerfed, yes, but
there's examples either way, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I do hate how in video games and things when you're fighting this opponent and he's just this like, it's one dude versus your fucking army and you finally beat him and then he joins your squad and it's like, bruh, my healer is stronger than you and he doesn't have a weapon.
That pisses me off. I hate when they do that. I'm right there with you. Yeah, if it took 4 people to kill you and you're on my team now, I shouldn't be playing anyone but you at this point. I hate that. Unless they have like a story thing, like, oh, he was possessed by the Chupacabra or something, and that's what gave him the buff. And now that we've saved him from the Chupacabra, he's like on our team. But like, if it's just him and we beat him and he joins our team, like, nah, I'm just gonna hit him for half the damage. No, get him out of here.
I don't know. It just always bothered me. I could understand emotional trigger can make you stronger, I guess, out of rage, but it still doesn't negate the fact that you have skill. If you're not evil, like if you were a bad guy at one point and you were really powerful, and then you became good for whatever reason, I don't feel like your skill goes out the window.
Your skill doesn't, but again, it's thinking. Like, let's say,
but I feel like thinking about stuff shouldn't make you weaker.
It does. Check it out. Like, perfect timing. I'm watching Hajime no Hippo, right? It's a boxing anime, and I don't want to spoil it, but I guess the difference between you need to have your punches come out like muscle memory. There's, I guess, spoilers. There's multiple fights where Hippo will hit someone, they fall, he still follows up as they're falling because it's muscle memory. You have to react. So you hit the first punch, and he goes to hit for the second one. The guy's already on the way down. But he'll whiff that second punch because he knows if he didn't fall, he'd have something ready. Because it's just muscle memory. You hit it. But if you're just sorry, my fucking cable. Anyway,
look at Goku in when he goes into Ultra Instinct. I mean, he's not thinking about moving his muscles; they just do it on its own.
That's
like
perfect.
He's clearly stronger there than he is if he's like thinking about what his next move is.
That's perfect because Whis even tells Vegeta and Goku that's how you get to the next level. Is you can't think about moving your muscle; it has to happen.
Yeah,
but he's talking about specifically going from bad side to good side, and then now you're basically a dumpster.
Oh, I don't know.
But I mean, it all kind of plays together. Like if you're bad and you don't have any regards to anything ever, you don't care. You do what you want, and that's just the way it is. But then when you start
fighting people,
yeah, like taking life into the equation, you may not throw that punch as hard, or you may not shoot that person, or you may not detonate the bomb because what if? Like Jake and Brooklyn Nine-Nine had that awesome after he gets out of prison. He had that like thought of what if they're innocent? When he started arresting people, like he arrested that one guy and he just kept thinking like, what if the guy really is innocent? And I'm like getting all this evidence that proves that he's not. and it turns out I actually do have the wrong guy. Like he's ruining that person's life. You start second guessing more than just your actions. You start thinking about other people too.
And it could be a fear of reverting back to that self that you don't want to be anymore. So it's like, oh, I'm the evil person. I switched to the good guy. I'm not going to act the way I did before because that's what made me evil in the first place. I get it. It's all context. So what fighting specifically are you thinking of that made you ask that question?
I was just thinking about heroes in general.
Oh, okay.
Bucky being one of them. I don't understand how Hulk got nerfed, but whatever.
That one I'm still salty on because he regained. Like I wanted that run back.
So here's the reason why
Oh, here we go.
it happened with Hulk. I can't even go into it. I'm gonna start ranting.
That's what this podcast has been for the last
just basically
2.5 hours.
Think about it, Randall. They took his whole movie plot and gave it to someone else. You think they're not gonna do that with his power?
Because I really enjoyed that first 1v1 with Thanos. I'm like, yes, there was like legit CQC. There wasn't like crazy cutting because they're both CG people. So I'm like, I wanted a run back of that, but with like the smart banner. Maybe he did some training on the side or something. Like maybe he learned something, like more technical fighting because the Hulk was just swinging at him,
Mm-hmm.
So I was hoping like now that he has like the smarts there, they will do something crazy. But like it was some Metal Gear Solid shit, 1-2, and then the kick. You know what I'm saying? He does not seem pleased with our answers.
No. I understand everything you guys are saying. I mean, I've kind of like leaned towards that, thinking about it on my own. It's just that I just don't understand. I used to wonder if it was just like if it was just written that way, or if it was like a legitimate reason to why that maybe that I'm overlooking as to why it always seems like. Cause I've noticed that in games too, like. You even see memes like that on the internet about like how somebody
will body the freaking main characters and then join them.
And then, now that guy that he's unlocked and you can play him, but he is nowhere near as powerful as he was when you was fighting against him.
Nope.
So basically Gil from Third Strike.
Yeah. I just don't understand that, man. Like, what is the reasoning behind it?
For the game one is for
games.
It's games. Like you need to make it difficult.
They think boss first, and then we can do something with them, and then they nerf it so that it's fair
for the other people to play them.
Yeah,
but for story like animes and stuff, I don't like that. To me, doesn't make any sense. You should have had that thought while designing him as a villain, Anywho, so you said you don't recommend Cosmo Ball. Got it. Well, right on over, bro. You got 2 more things: Bad Teacher and Vanquish. What you want to tackle first?
Vanquish
is Bad Teacher the one with Cameron Diaz?
Yeah. It's supposed to be super funny.
That was funny. I'm trying to think of the other actor that's in it.
Isn't it Justin Timberlake?
I don't know. Either one of you said.
Brian said Justin Timberlake, and then Steven Seagal, but I think was the other one.
No, Jason Segel.
Jason Segel, got it.
Okay,
yeah, Jason Segel's in it.
Oh,
they're both right. Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
and
they're both in there. I thought you were actually listing off somebody. I didn't know you were just taking a guess.
What? No, I've seen this movie. That's why I know Justin Timberlake's in it.
Okay.
It just sounded like a guess.
It's a very uncomfortable scene with Justin Timberlake in it.
Oh, the dry humping?
Through the jeans?
Yeah.
It's crazy you watched that movie because I mentioned that scene to Janiana this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about that exact scene, and it's great that you watched this.
That jump was crazy, man. Like, it was funny. I will give you that. That movie was really funny.
Wait, so it wasn't Mila Kunis. It was Cameron Diaz.
Justin Timberlake did do a movie with Mila Kunis.
But I think
it's called Just Friends. No, is it called Just Friends? No, it's called Friends with Benefits.
Yeah. So I gave her the wrong name of the movie. So he did the dry humping thing on Cameron Diaz?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was Mila Kunis. Never mind.
It was bad. It was super cringy. But so you guys already know the movie, so then yeah, it was funny. Vanquish was not worth watching.
No.
It was terrible.
You hit me
What
with
is
the
this?
basketball terrible.
Huh?
Vanquish. Who is that? Morgan Freeman?
Ruby Rose and Morgan Freeman.
You've been chasing Ruby Rose movies, haven't you?
Nah, man. I mean, look at the poster. It looked like it was good. And then I read that it said that it was a lady who has a child who's trying to basically she's trying to do better, but she gets dragged back into her old life and her daughter's being held hostage. So I thought maybe it was like it sounded like it was action packed. It sounded like it might be like a little bit of drama in there. So I was like, you know what? Morgan Freeman's in it, so let me give it a shot.
How do you do as a villain?
That jump was terrible.
Oof. Did he do well as a villain, or was he the villain?
He wasn't the villain. He was like first for most of the movie. He was led to be like between being the bad guy and being like a gray area pessimist.
Okay.
But the thing is like it just wasn't good at all, man. I have nothing positive to say about that movie.
Not even stunt choreography,
Like, yeah.
action sequences, nothing. Soundtrack, shit. Brian sometimes uses that.
Nothing.
Okay.
Was Morgan Freeman? Was it? Do you think it was just like a bad script?
Oh,
Like,
that's a
because I
good
can't
question.
really just imagine
The acting
Morgan
being
Freeman
bad.
being bad at whatever he's doing.
No,
He's
his
bad,
acting.
so.
His acting isn't what's bad.
So it's the writing.
So it's the writing and direction.
It's just the story was just it was unfulfilling, man. It was like it was no reason as to why I felt like I should be watching this movie.
Oof. Okay. So that's a hard pass.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
Shit. Okay. Well, then we'll move
And
right
I
on.
feel bad saying that because I like Ruby Rose and I like Morgan Freeman.
But you shouldn't feel bad. It's like it's subjective, so they need to understand that people will like their stuff, some people won't like their stuff. Like that's in the world of art. Art's not a formula, you know.
If you want a movie that has to do with kidnapping, and it was actually really good, even though I'm looking at IMDb and it says 6.4 out of 10. And if you don't hate Mel Gibson, you should watch Bloodfather. That's the
Oh,
with
that's
his
the one we
daughter.
watched. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that. If I thought he was there watching it with us.
No, it was just me and you in your apartment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then you'd like that. Bloodfather is really good.
Oh, I just realized
What's up?
his daughter in that movie is Starlight.
That might be why Starlight looks so familiar throughout the entire boy. When I was watching The Boys, I'm like, I've seen her somewhere, but I don't know where it
Yeah.
was. Then that might have been it.
Yeah, she's in that apparently.
I've been playing so much Borderlands that when Brian said Starlight, I thought Tyrene. And I'm like,
Oh,
what? I'm typing the Leon.
While we were doing this, I was reinstalling Borderlands on Epic to download my save to transfer it to the Steam one, and I haven't seen if it worked, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll
That's
do
all
it.
I got.
I already maxed my local copy. I'm at 65.
You guys watch a lot of Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
we're just
Jack.
at this point we're just planning stuff in the future, so we can.
It
we
had
can
nothing to do with what you was talking about.
that's fine, but what we're talking about has nothing to do with this podcast.
Oh,
So like,
I mean, if we're gonna go random, I got some stuff.
yeah, so I'm like, we're already at 2.5 hours here, so go ahead.
You guys watch a lot of drama movies, right?
I love drama.
Okay.
His whole life is drama.
Especially
It's
ones
not.
that have to
I
do with
wish.
relationships.
Some
This question
are
is
good.
going to be like far fetched. Like I'm reaching for the stars with this one. This is way out of left field.
hey, we're here to push you up, King.
What is
Like when you stream.
what is the most hardcore thing that you could think of that you've heard someone has done to another character in a movie?
The most messed up,
Yeah.
as in like
It could be anything, bro. It could be like how bad they cheated on them, broke up with them, robbed them, or insulted them.
well, Randall. Look, as everybody here
Right.
knows. Oh, go ahead, Brian. Got something.
I don't even have to say the whole. I don't have to say the scene. I'm just gonna say the movie. You ready?
Go for it. La La Land.
Drive.
Oh,
Are you talking about the elevator scene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you mean like beat someone up? That's what I'm confused.
It could be
The worst scene.
anything. It could be anything. I was thinking more psychological. But I mean, if you If you
Oh,
want
it's
to,
like
I think you said between the relation. I think you meant between the couple. I think you said
Mine would probably
it could be between
Ted
a couple of friends or whoever.
say
I don't
again.
understand now. I'm confused.
mine would probably be from Ted Lasso with what's her name and her ex-husband.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's psychological
I would-
bullshit.
You know, like he did nothing but control her life. You know, and then
Even after they
like
split, he's still fucking with her.
yeah, like you know, showing up, doing stuff that he knows he's not supposed to,
Yeah,
and then marrying that young, you know, whatever, and then telling her that he's going to have a kid, and she's like, "But you said you didn't want kids," and admit, you know, it sounds like she wanted kids, and then he forced her not to. Like,
yeah, that's a good example actually.
But
If you haven't seen
you
Ted
said
Lasso, watch Ted
movies,
Lasso.
though. You said drama movie.
Yeah, he also
Yeah, I mean, it could be in any movie, but I
Yo,
picked
give me some criteria, Randall.
Okay, so any movie
or TV show.
or TV show, what is the worst thing you ever heard someone has done to someone?
Heard
Huh?
or seen it on screen on film.
Yeah, I'm talking about TV or movie.
But I don't know if you meant like someone telling another character something.
It could be like someone conveying an experience
Got
to
it.
them, or
Got
it could be something that is shown on the show.
So all of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. The worst thing. It'd have to be like a horror movie, right? Or like a Saw or something. That's probably the worst. That's like a gory
one
movie.
specific thing, one specific instance, or it could be like
It could be whatever you think was the worst thing you've ever heard. It could be physical or it could be psychological. When I was asking the question, I was originally thinking psychological.
So okay, it's both. This one's both physical and psychological because I'm gonna say a whole character's arc. Jesse from Breaking Bad. That man had just L's on L's on L's on L's.
And a lot of it had to do
with crying. You can't let him get away with it.
He can't keep getting away with it.
That's him breaking down in front of Hank. Okay, because it was done. You know. There's that Martyr movie. Yes, the Martyr movie. There's a movie Gabby wanted us to watch, and it was called. The one you walked out on.
Yeah,
that movie.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't have to
hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Cobra said, "Well, how Glenn died in The Walking Dead was pretty hard to watch." Yeah, for TV definitely because he was bashed in.
Yeah.
But definitely that entire movie, Randall.
Okay, so the reason I brought this up was because there was a movie I was watching a couple of days ago
called Martyr.
No, heck no. So this might not be a big deal to you guys, but when I heard it, I was like, "Wow."
Can we get that
so
clip?
Look. So the girl was trying to explain to the dude why she was having a hard time being in a relationship and trusting someone. And she said basically she was in a relationship with this guy for 6 years. 2 days before he got married, he broke up with her.
What the hell? For what?
Did you notice what I said? 2 days before he got married. She was in a relationship with a guy for 6 years. 2 days before he got married, he broke up with her. 2 days before which means is that he was getting married, and 2 days before his wedding, he broke up with her.
Oh, I got one better than that.
What the fuck? Yo, we fighting. Like, I would be fighting at his fucking... Oh,
it's
my
like
God.
Somebody coming to you that you've been with for 6 years and saying, I'm getting married in 2 days. It's over. What?
There's no what, Randall. It's what I learned from Epo. I'm hitting him with fucking, I'm going in with the fucking jabs. Johan says Captain Phillips when they spill his tomato juice. That was the funniest fucking commentary I've ever heard when we watched that movie.
There was so this guy, this is a true story. Guy got married, and then during after the reception, he's like they're all drinking, they've done the meeting, they've done pictures, the works, and the traditional thing where the wife's parents pay for the wedding and whatever, paid for this huge lavish wedding, right? The groom gets up on stage and goes, I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. appreciate you all being here. I've got a real special treat for you tonight. If you guys will look underneath your seats, you'll find an envelope, a sealed envelope. And if you could take them out and, open them, and it's pictures of his now wife having sex with his best friend, who was the
groomsman?
best man.
Oh.
And they have had a relationship together for the entire time that they were dating.
She got caught in 4K right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, he ran a video. Like they had like the
Yeah.
They had like the projector going where they were like showing pictures of the happy couple, and then it cuts to like that pictures of the best man and her hooking up
just
on
banging.
multiple different occasions. Just pictures back to back to back.
Ooh, you love to see
now
it.
my question is, do you
Love
think
to see
he
it.
found out just before the wedding, or do you think he's been harboring this for a while?
I hope he's been harboring it.
I hope he's been harboring it because it makes her family paying for the wedding that much better.
Ooh, Randall. I'm getting hard thinking about that revenge right now. That's some good revenge.
That's some good revenge.
That's fantastic.
If you want revenge stories, I got some of those because Shannon follows the subreddit about basically like revenge porn. And this mom, the mother-in-law, hated the woman that her son was going to marry. Like absolutely hated her. And anytime it was just the two of them together, she would just talk shit, like tell her to leave him, like there's all this stuff. But on the outside, like to the family, oh, she's just a doll. Like she's my favorite person ever. Just to have this fake ass face on.
Yeah.
Couple weeks before the wedding, the mom was like, I will give you 50 grand to leave my husband or to leave my son.
What the hell?
Like just no questions asked. Don't say anything to him. Just fucking go. And she's like, sure. So she takes the money
and takes him with him
and then marries him anyway.
Let's go.
And she can't say a goddamn thing about it without coming out, and showing everybody what a two-faced bitch she is.
Yes, good.
To the whole family.
That's how you get it. I dropped money in front of her, but my bad. That's my 10 grand that you gave me. Bitch ass. All right. And I think that
I'd spend the $50K to make like professional porn with the son, and then send it to her.
Hire Bang Bros or something to film it.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. No, I didn't even talk about Night Manager. Oh, I'll save that for next week because we're already at 247.
Did you? I may have just missed it. Did you talk about did Bryant talk about Nebuchadnezzar?
And that too. Brian, you want to talk about
that?
I'll save that for next week then, yeah.
I don't have much to say, but it's up to you guys.
We can save it. It's fine.
I do have some news.
This motherfucker. You sure it's empty?
Yeah, I just found it. It was posted. It was posted about 12 hours ago.
Go for it. What is it?
It's part of the free games of the week.
Okay.
PlayStation is giving away Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition.
Oh yeah,
for
PS4.
Free to download. Starting today at 8 p.m. Pacific time or 11 Eastern.
10 minutes from now, as we're recording.
Yeah, literally 10 minutes from now until May 14th.
It's
so you have almost an entire month.
It's for PS4. So just claim it for PS4. They don't have a PS5 version of Horizon.
I wonder why they're stopping at May 14th.
I don't know.
Isn't the new game? Or no, the new Horizon Zero Dawn isn't coming out.
That's when Mass Effect Collection drops.
Thank you. So I'm like, fam, I don't know what's coming out anymore. At this point, I'm so far behind on everything, whatever.
What exactly is collection? Is it like better graphics?
It's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they remastered.
They're increasing the fucking bullet drop.
Hold on. Now, there's remake and there's remaster. Which is it?
Remaster. They didn't remake. They remade some assets, some textures. It's not getting a remake. It's not getting like top to bottom, the completely different game. No.
They've made it prettier, basically, and they're doing a lot of gameplay changes to the first Mass Effect, so it doesn't feel outdated.
Yeah. It's not like what they did with Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was top to bottom. Let's use the Resident Evil 4 or 7 engine and make something phenomenal.
But I
Did
would've
any of
wanted
you
them
guys
to.
play the demo for 7?
You mean 8?
Yeah, 8. My bad.
I'm like, Randall, I played the entirety of 7.
Yo.
So
I couldn't remember if it was two
Resident
lines after the V or 3.
no, I'm saving for the main game. I don't want to play the demo. I just want to play the game. So I just skipped the demo. I just want to play the main game, to be honest.
I'm not really a Resident Evil person.
I'm
haven't
actually
played it.
excited to play this because Chris looking like a bad boy with that cape, with that jacket on. Ooh,
I want to watch it. Don't get me wrong. I want to watch it, but I've never been the type of like, I gotta play this.
So you haven't seen anything?
I've seen that there's a
a tall lady.
ass vampire lady.
Yeah, everyone's literally salivating over her. So
I'm one of them too.
Technically,
oh, there you go.
technically that's a lie.
I like big
because-
women for some reason.
Technically, that's a lie because I watched Alana play the demo from like months ago.
Oh, that one, yeah. Stream it though. I want to.
But that's because she was cosplaying as the lady, the vampire lady. So
Got
I had
it.
to watch.
I see. Stream it though. I want to time how long it takes you to bang thing in ME3 on
But,
site. Probably.
You can't be a male and bang thing, unfortunately.
Maybe
When
they
I
change
stream
it.
when I stream it, there's a good chance I'm gonna if they don't lock insanity difficulty, like the first one back in the day, Accurate days, you used to have to beat it multiple times to get
To
the
get
insanity
there.
difficulty. But if it's just out, then I might just do a full insanity first playthrough run thing.
Did
Have
Team
you been
Ninja make
keeping-
this? Like
No.
What?
Team Ninja's known for doing that shit.
Oh,
Whereas like, oh yeah, you can start it on easy, and then it's if you want to get it on super hard, you have to play it 9 times.
Have you been keeping up with Cyberpunk?
Kardashians.
Because there's supposed to be like a bunch of new stuff.
there's a hotfix that came out that had a lot of text or strings referencing DLC and quests that are supposed to be in the game.
Yeah,
So, but besides that, there hasn't been any other developments on it.
but that hasn't come out yet.
The DLC and quest
Yeah.
stuff, no. That just people who are data mining like just going through the files,
Uh,
and
They're still
they found a
fixing the
bunch
game,
of stuff.
right?
Yeah, they're still
Oh, they are?
they're still doing a bunch of bug fixes. So
For what game?
for 2077,
Oh,
You could have said Cyberpunk. I feel like that's less syllables.
oh
Cyberpunk.
yeah, it is.
27.
It is, Brian. You don't have
Yeah.
to. Jesus Christ. Did you see there's going to be a mercenaries mode in RE8? I did. And actually, this one sounds pretty cool because it's like it has like a roguelike thing where you buy stuff every round and like you get currency and shit like that. So
So you tell me about a roguelike thing now, is what you're telling me.
I think that's what it sounded like because they're going to have shops and stuff. So like,
and a new Resident Evil.
yeah, it's kind of like a cool mercenaries mode for, and that's probably going to be like,
I see that it's first person again.
yes, because you're playing as a kid from 7. You're playing as Ethan.
Ethan.
Hmm.
Remember, they're doing 2 different things now. They're remaking games 2 and 3, and then they continued on with the proper sequels. So 7, you're playing as Ethan, you escape spoilers, and then now you're here.
What story are they picking though? Are they picking where you took? Well, I can't even talk. Are they picking?
Oh, who you took with you? I don't
Yeah.
know. That's a good question. I don't remember if they announced
I
it.
hope it's Zoe. Wait, which one's the one? Not the wife that decided you don't need a hand. The other.
Zoe's the other one with the dad who can throw
Zoe, yeah.
hands.
I thought that was his girlfriend, not his wife.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I was the second she cut his hand off. I was like, "We're done." That's
Yeah.
her saying we're done. I
Yeah,
don't care who's in you. If the
Yeah,
power
where-
pines
where
or
is it?
whatever, no,
Where
you
is
don't
it?
come.
Wait, hold on. I think we had this conversation. So you guys are telling me and I don't really like talking about stuff like this, but if you're telling me that if your wife / girlfriend was being controlled by something else, and she cut your hand off, and then somehow you were able to get that thing out of her, and now she is back to herself, you would no longer accept her?
Let me,
she's
Brian. Before you
able to
go, hold on.
Okay.
Let me start here. All right. I'm not a very superstitious person, so I don't believe in this person gets possessed, that person, whatever. That doesn't exist to me.
What if she's floating?
were the wires. All right.
Where there's no wire, you can clearly see that she is floating.
I'm not seeing Randall. I'm gonna be doing this.
Okay, let's say
All right. Looking for wire.
I don't know why you would want to waste time doing that, but let's say you do some elaborate thing where you can clearly confirm that there are no wires.
I'm getting the fuck out of there, Randall.
So, but you accept the fact that there's something supernatural going on.
There's some mirror trick going on, but I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Mirror trick.
It could be a projection, Randall.
This would have been me, Randall. She cuts my hand off. I catch it and I go, nah. I walk home. I'm not staying there saving her.
And she cut my hand off, bro. Like, I don't care if you're possessed, bro. Like, I'm out. I had to reattach it with like fucking.
So you're still holding her accountable,
yeah, man.
even
Like,
though she's being controlled by.
you
something.
you let yourself get possessed.
You let.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
To get
I don't think that's how it works, bro.
Yo, ask Kelsey. He knows. Like, if you're gonna get possessed, it's willpower. If you don't have enough willpower to eject the demon out of you, then you let it happen.
Well, really?
All right.
Okay. All right.
That's exactly how it works.
Okay.
This
There you
bitch
go.
is weak.
Yeah, okay. Right.
I mean, think about it as well, Randall. This Zoe person, you never even met them. They helped you survive to that point.
Yeah.
While
Come
this
on.
other bitch like saying some bullshit and cutting your hand off. Your whole hand, Randall.
How am I gonna masturbate
Yeah.
with a nub?
That's what the opening in the hands for.
Wait a minute. So this
New
is why
tech.
I asked Brian if he saw the trailer. Did you see the trailer?
For 8?
Yes.
Yes.
So you've seen the part with Chris,
Yeah.
and you see
Wait,
what he
shoots
did.
the wife?
Yeah.
So that's what makes me think that it's the girlfriend or the wife, not the person that she was hoping for.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So I guess they might be going with that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the tweet. Whoever runs the Twitter is insane. How he linked me a tweet. Give me a. It's not a video, right? 5 shots fired at Maya Winters. Yeah.
Mia.
Mia, sorry. So yeah, it was Mia. So the canon is you leaving with Mia.
That's bullshit.
That's trash, bro. I took Zoe.
I mean, it makes logical sense.
Yeah, it does. In the narrative. Oh, I never gave up on you, even though you cut my
Yeah.
hand off and now I have staples in here. Get the fuck out of here. You have 2 hands, Anthony. What do you mean? No, the other hand's to hold the phone to watch porn.
That's what I said.
Like, what kind of tech? Just because you can imagine.
What do we
your
live in
head.
the dark ages?
Yeah, like I don't need to think about porn. I can look at it. The hell? What year is he from? You can use a stand. Oh, he got me.
Play the Uncle deal. I watched someone play the Uncle DLC. I don't remember this. I just remember almost immediately after it starts, you can box a fucking crocodile, and I'm like, he's what I want to be when I grow up.
Oh, the uncle. Yeah. Are you fucking dumb? Yes. We've established I'm the dumbest and most annoying here.
Or go for VR porn.
Gross. No. AR porn.
Oh shit.
All right. Anywho, we're gonna move on. How do we get to VR porn? What are we talking about?
See, that Queen's
Resident
Gambit
Evil.
is
That's
pretty
what it
good.
was.
That's sad.
Yeah, we're getting off the fucking rails here.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
you.
porn.
What?
You gonna be one of those people, man, with the machine and all that stuff, with the wires hanging down.
What? I'm lost. I'm lost.
The AR sex stuff.
Oh no, I just want to be a robot, Rand. I don't give a shit about AR. Assault rifle porn. Let's go. Hobbies out here. That was too aggressive and uncalled for. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mind it. Got a little
John keeps
stiffy.
putting me down any chance he gets, so let me just do it.
can't keep getting away with it.
Anywho,
Okay.
so I'll say it again later though. Okay. I think that's it for the week, right? Yeah, anything else you guys
I think
consumed?
so.
All right.
I
Releases
watched
this
the
week.
Skullgirls tournament. The finals for this weekend. It's on Saturday. Starts at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
So
for
4
Top
Eastern.
16 or whatever for 4 Eastern. For people who like loading up Street Fighter 5,
Rose
Rose
comes
is
out.
out today. She's out today.
Today
all
as
I
a
can
recording,
remember.
which is Tuesday. Monday.
What?
I'm fucking lost in it right now, right? Okay.
Oh, and Javi said the new Nier game comes out this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to is releases, Ryan.
Doesn't make any sense.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So for new releases this week, we got Near Replicant. Here's the title of the game because they think this is hilarious. Near Replicant VER, which is version .1.2244487139139 ... You're hilarious, Japan. Get the fuck out of here. That's the name of the game.
Sounds pretty
Fucking-
standard to me.
Oh God! Anything for a meme nowadays, huh?
He's called out the entire Japan.
All of them. But keep making Epo anime. Oh shit! That's it for games that I didn't remember anyway. And then the DLC that Brian mentioned.
Skullgirls tournament on Saturday.
Skullgirls tournament on Saturday. For movies, we got two big ones this week. We got the Mortal Kombat live action movie, which the trailer looks really cool. And we have the Demon Slayer movie that finally comes out this week. What's up, Brian?
I didn't watch the trailer for Mortal Kombat, but I pulled up a stream and I saw a bit before I looked away.
Sure.
Already pissed because
Okay, here we go.
Sub-Zero?
Oh my God.
Sub-Zero, they made him bend someone's blood into a dagger.
Yeah.
He's not a
Scorpion.
he's not a fucking bloodmancer.
But
He
he
doesn't
can freeze
control.
No. What he did was he sliced them, and the blood that flew in the air, he froze it and turned it into a dagger.
That's silly.
What's silly?
There's a whole character dedicated to blood stuff. Let her do it.
But
it's not blood,
He
it's
was
just-
manipulating the blood. He just froze it in midair.
The way it looked, from what I saw, it looked like he went, that's liquid. It's a knife now. That's the way it looked to me.
You might have
Again,
to
I looked
rewatch
very
the
quickly.
trailer. Yeah.
I looked very quickly and looked away, but not a fan already.
He just manipulated the temperature, Brian. He just made it cold. Like, that's not.
Again, I saw.
Okay,
I
okay.
just saw that very
I thought
quickly.
that was one of the
looked
coolest things.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, that was lit. He fucking
I'm gonna stab you with your blood.
with your blood. Yeah, like I'm like, that's fucking fire. That's Mortal
weird.
Kombat right
There's
there.
other characters in the lore that do that all the time.
Yeah,
But who are you talking about? But she actually manipulates blood. He didn't manipulate the blood. He just froze.
He
it
just
in
froze
midair.
liquid.
Look, all I'm saying is, from the bit that I saw, it looked wrong. That's
Okay,
all I'm saying.
okay. Scarlet is the name. There you go. Email in the chat.
Mhm.
So yeah, the Demon Hunter. Jesus Christ.
Devil
The
Rider?
Devil
Monster
Rider.
Hunter?
Yeah, the Demon Slayer movie, the Mugen Train comes out this weekend. So we have two things to schedule and watch. I don't know how it's gonna. Brian, I heard that through the freaking mic, man. Did you pop something?
That's my shoulder.
You should stretch. As a person who doesn't stretch, you should stretch.
I stretch all the time, dude.
Oh. And those are two big movies coming out. For music, I didn't see anything on there, but Brian, if you want to spot check me or confirm there's nothing on there that we are looking forward to, let me know. But-
Dinosaur Jr. Porter Robertson, someone might like here. Tom Jones, he's alive?
Look at the name of the album. Is it a collection?
Surrounded by Time. Could be. That sounds like a collection.
That's not like a
name.
collection thing. Yeah. Free
Porter
games.
Robertson, though, I've seen, though. Sorry.
Free games for the week. I guess as of recording, which is on a Monday, you can get Deponia, The Complete Journey, Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth, and The First Tree free on Epic Games. Later this week, you can get Alien Isolation and Hand of Fate 2 for free on Epic Games Store. And then also, like Kelsey said, by the time, I guess it's already available, but if you have a PS4 or PS5, you can claim Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition on the PlayStation Store, completely free, which I highly recommend. Great game. It's really fun. And great environment, enemies, the whole cyber. It's great. That's it for the week. Kelsey, what are you doing this week?
Probably just gonna be binging PoE.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you got work to do.
You know, I'm actually so I've been playing with Kevin Mellinson,
Yeah.
and
Miss
my
Taylor?
brother and Bosmer and a couple of other people, and like I'm actually making like significant progress with a league start. That you know, I only played for a couple of hours the first night between the I went out after workout and then you know all the problems, but this weekend, you know, I put a bunch of time into it and got pretty far and advanced a whole bunch of my Atlas and my character and that kind of stuff. Still learning new techniques, new things. Found out that I could get my Spectre super early if I was intelligent. Looked to see if anybody else had it and would sell it to me or give it to me. You know.
And they can send you items, right? Or do they have to sell it to you or trade it to you?
No, they just summon. They basically just summon a bunch of corpses, and I pick the one out that's there and
okay.
summon it, and then I have it, and then I can recreate it.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. It's pretty simple enough.
Also, like found out I could have done. I could have gotten a different Spectre super early as well. Like I'm just fucking up all over the place with what Spectre I'm supposed to be using. Because one, like the one that you normally get is in Act 5 called the Slave Driver, because they have a great attack that's super quick, super easy to scale, and does a lot of damage. They just don't have very much life. And then but they only have a short range that they can actually do stuff, so their clear speed is just garbage. And then there's another one that I like to use called the Artless Assassin that shoots explosive arrows, and they're way better for clearing. But I spent like the first 6-8 hours using the other one, and then was like, I knew in the back of my mind that there was one that I was missing because I was trying to get to the one that I'm currently using on my own, and then remembered the Artless Assassin and was like, fuck, I could have been so much further along had I gotten him, in the beginning. Yeah. And then finally looked up, because there's different global channels dedicated for different things, and one of them there's apparently a global channel for trading Spectres for people who were selling Spectres and things like that. And I didn't know it existed, and now I know it exists.
So that'll be a leg up, because you can actually have people tell you what to get.
But all in all, doing really well with it. Probably just going to continue to binge that, and then working out and that kind of stuff.
I was very excited when you started the sentence with binging, but then I didn't hear JoJo after, so that's when I was like, I'm checking out.
Well, probably gonna watch Black Dynamite, Blankman, and
You got this.
We believe in you.
I don't remember.
I think it rhymes
Whiplash.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you need to see that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good experience for you. If you love J. Ken Simmons, you're gonna love him in that.
You're gonna see him in a new light, and it's gonna be very intense.
Yeah.
And then definitely have to watch. I don't know if you guys want to watch it together, but watch Mortal Kombat this week when it comes out.
I need to see if Janiana's gonna want to watch it, or her siblings too, because I know they want to. I don't know if they're interested or not, but we'll see. I don't know how many heads are there, and when we're gonna watch it, because work schedules. So we'll see on that. And same with the Demon Slayer movie.
Yeah, the Demon Slayer, and then the Demon Slayer. So we got a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff to watch this week.
Yeah, we got homework. Okay. Brian, what are you doing this week besides sleeping? Hopefully.
That's a good one.
I mean, they call me the funniest man alive.
They don't.
The hell am I doing?
Yeah, he's all right to me.
Tomorrow, I don't know if we're watching anything. I don't know if we're watching anything tomorrow. So tomorrow's, I don't know what's going on. Wednesday's Bro Apple, we're playing some. And then Thursday.
That's what I need to do. Okay.
Thursday, if my MIDI keyboard respects me, music. And then Friday, I don't know what's going on. Saturday morning, I have things to do, but then after that, I'm free.
Okay.
And that's my week.
Nice. Randall. Besides throwing up ninja gang signs, what are you doing?
Work, gym. Watched the final episode of
Invincible?
No. I'm caught up on Invincible.
The final episode on something?
The final episode on the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, this is the final week? Oh, then it's time for binging time. Janana, if you're watching this, because I know you watch all of these episodes, we're watching it.
play some more Tekken.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. Stream it, man. Stream it. You don't have to put your camera.
E-Man in caps.
Yeah, he in caps. Randall is streaming Tekken 7 before you said Tekken 7. He'll watch, bro. But you keep saying
Do some art.
Still missing the most important one. Don't say don't do that, man. That's bad for audio.
Oh, my bad.
People driving to their
prayer.
There you go.
You better be that passionate when you're praying too.
Yeah, like he'll hear you.
I feel like
I fucking know, Randall.
Mortal Kombat and did you watch? Oh, you didn't watch Demon Slayer. You gotta watch Demon Slayer, dude. I'm telling you, it has to do with demon stuff, but you'll love it. Especially from the art, man.
What he should do is watch all of JoJo.
Oh, I need to watch the anime for that. I didn't realize that. I was thinking it was something else. I don't know what I was thinking of, but it was not that. I still need to watch the show.
For what? For what?
Demon Slayer?
Yeah, I think you enjoy it too. Okay. I mean, if you remember what else. As for myself, since I've
Anthony. What's your week looking like?
My week I left it up for the public. Since I finished Doom Eternal, since I was on my backlog, I put up a poll on my channel that comes up periodically. Brian, this SG now. Thanks. I put a poll up of what other game I can play after I finish Doom Eternal. So it's like backlog thing, and you guys voted, and it's a tie, of course. Why would it not be anything but a fucking tie between Superliminal and Prey? I started Prey a long time ago, and then I didn't finish it, and then Superliminal I haven't started, but I've been waiting for that.
Is Prey to mimic stuff?
Yeah. Remember? God, that game was terrifying me, dude. Anywho, I think you already voted, Brian, because it did not take it. And there we go. Cobra with the fucking tiebreaker. So Superliminal. Tomorrow I'll be playing Superliminal.
That bastard.
Yep. And that's it. Yeah. Now it's not even that by 1 point. Everyone's voting Superliminal. So Tuesday, I'll be streaming Superliminal. I've been waiting to play that for a while now. I saw a speedrun of that game. Well, imagine a slow run of the game, because I'm not going to be able to speedrun it.
Are you guys watching the movie tomorrow?
Oh, well, we'll get to after this. Let me finish the podcast stuff and we can discuss it afterwards. Wednesday is probably going to be Borderlands. I think I already asked Javi if we play. If not, I'll confirm. I mean, I'll figure it out. He's in the chat. He can just respond. But and then Thursday, it might, depending on scheduling, I might play It Takes Two with Janyana. So we'll start that playthrough. And if
that game actually looks really awesome.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been fantastic reviews, and it's been a great couples game to play. So
I watched a couple streamers play it, play through parts of it. I mean, It just looks like it's a lot of fun.
I'm waiting for a friend of mine to come back from New York so I can fucking play it with them.
E-Man says it's very fun. I played it with a buddy. There you go. So yeah, we'll see. I have to schedule it with her. See if not, then I'll find something to play on Thursday.
I mean,
I was gonna do Skullgirls, Brian, but if I didn't want the command to be Skullgirls, just in case I put another poll up. Oh, well, what should I play next, or play something, and Skullgirls was an option. Same with Final Fantasy. That's why I put the acronym instead of the full thing. Anywho, I said Final Fantasy, and Kelsey's eyes went from whatever the fuck he was doing right to the camera. He's like, Final what?
He's still bounded by Square Enix contract.
Yeah.
What do you mean bound? I was the one that created it.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, there'd be no Squaresoft. All right. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens Thursday, and that's it for the week for me. And then we'll see.
Chat. What are you doing, chat?
Chat, what are you doing? Oh, E-Man's asking Kelsey, have you ever going to play 14, the MMO, Final Fantasy 14?
Probably not.
Not into MMOs anymore?
No.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, just kind of burned from a lot of things. I guess you could technically PoE's an MMO. It's not the same.
I don't think I would consider it an MMO.
No.
Not in the way like Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14 or
Yeah.
Guild Wars
He
is.
doesn't really have time to pick up an MMO because he has Path of Exile and then Skullgirls he's gonna start learning soon. So
And then
where is the time for
JoJo,
Pokemon?
there's a lot of episodes he's behind.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be ready for fuck, I forgot the name of it.
Oh my god.
Evo?
What was the thing that you signed up for last year?
Evo.
CEO.
Evo, yes. I'm gonna be ready for Evo, to go up against Bryant in the finals.
Oh, that's right. It was
Like,
online last year. That's why he didn't.
Well,
Yeah, he didn't.
it wasn't announced for Evo this year. They said there's more games to be announced, but it wasn't. But Skullgirls has their own championship series. So, and they streams up on Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/Skullgirls GG. So,
Brian, you messed up on asking Javi. He said tomorrow, like today's Tuesday. He got fucked up. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I know. Me and Brian both in the same episode spoke as if today was Tuesday. Anyway, that's it for this week. People, thank you guys for watching, listening, hitting the like on the podcast services, hitting the like on YouTube video, hitting likes, you know what I'm saying? Or comment. Just call me fat. I'll approve the comment and we can keep moving, Call me an idiot. Oh, that'll help me with traffic.
I'll help you with traffic.
I don't know what that means. Either way.
let's play.
Oh, thanks. But yeah, we'll be here next week. I really do. I now that I'm closing this, I need to get that sound clip of Arrivederci of Bucciarati saying it, and then I can end the show with just the clip of him saying Arrivederci, and we can end it. Oh, I'm getting it. I gotta get that sound clip. Anywho,
Oh, can you also get a sound clip of Janimba saying Janimba when he's fat?
is there? Yeah, if you have can you have a YouTube video of it, or is it like an audio
I
clip?
don't know
Somewhere?
yet.
If you can find me,
can
and
try.
I'll cut it out.
I need that, yeah.
Bruno's the MVP. Part 5 is the MVP. Okay.
Look at Kelsey not even thinking about watching JoJo. Don't look at me.
All right. Thank you guys.
I'm
for
not
watching.
thinking
We'll
about
be back.
watching JoJo.
Bye.
What else?